ascension begins. Find yourself within. Take up your blade. Let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid. Make your destiny will find you. Friends at your side, make the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Hello, checkers and pleasers alike. Welcome to the Legends of Aedron, The Last Favor. I am your DM daddy for the night, Keni, and to my... It is my left. Is Xeno playing Lyeecia.
I showed up.
Yay! You fucking better. To my right, we have Emmy playing Kurla.
Hello.
To my bottom left, we have Grem playing Lovette.
Hello.
My bottom bitch right under me is Beardy playing Karis.
Hello.
Oh
Hi, everybody.
And to my lower right is Skrewy playing the rock-hard holy man Petravian.
Yes.
Woot woot.
It's game time.
So, let's just have a little bit of recap of last night's game. Last night for some of you if you've binged this. Last session, to say the least. I don't know if anyone has any input, but I am fine with taking care of the recap.
Please do.
Please
All
do,
right.
because I don't remember.
Last time, in the I'm so good at this. Last time for the Legends
that's
of
the title.
You got this.
The Last Favor. The party coming into the Red Plains faced off against more of those crystal-like beings called the Repleti. They were bad, they were mean, and they were particularly ignoring you for some cases. For some reason, you have come across some large honcho general of a man who was very intricately obsessed with some sort of thing happening at the center of the Red Plains. Now, you had to fight your way to get to the center against some more Repleti, found out a little bit more about how their armor works, and found out that Karis is too fucking OP. What the fuck?
I don't know what you mean.
Yes.
You don't know what I mean? The
No.
screen being covered by dice?
Nope.
That was impressive.
That's a
Don't
lot
remember
of
that.
fucking dice, bro.
I don't recall.
Okay.
I'm just happy to be here, everybody.
Of course not. Nonetheless, you faced off against Repleti, made your way to the center, maybe killed some centaurs on accident. Who's to say? But
I mean, they were in the way.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
they were in the way.
They were in the way.
People died. Bad
Should I
guys
say
and
the
good
line?
guys.
Say
Yeah,
the line.
say the line. Say the line.
Say the line.
Go for it.
Everybody dies eventually.
That's
That's
not the
Wasn't
line.
Is that the line?
You
Not
don't
the
even
line.
know
That's
what
a line.
the
That's a
line.
new line. Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you know what it is, Skrewy?
Do you remember?
I've had a
It might-
long day.
It might be on the wiki.
Remind me
Shameless
of the
plug.
line.
People die every day.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
It's the one. That's
People
gonna
die
be
every
a,
day.
That's gonna be a card in our intermission.
Let me show you how to torture.
Add that.
One day.
Mhm. Let me see it.
Look, look, man. I don't want to
Heal him up.
torture you. I just gotta do it for the bros.
Yeah, guy. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. You're the one who's here. Bam. I'm sorry. Bam. I'm
best-
really
The
sorry.
bros, the hoes,
Best
and
Paladin.
the finals.
Heal him up to punch him some more.
He had to look cool. I understand. He's gotta look cool in front of his old friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nonetheless, you scared off the Repleti into some area, maybe, with your
Hmm.
intervention. and heard from the general himself, Kolth. So, generally, the party knows where they need to go next, but in the meantime, they have chosen to rest for the evening at the Red Plains along with the centaurs who live there, and just take a breather before they continue their pursuit on these beings from another plane or world.
Okay, we're ready. Nope. Yeah.
And we go back, our camera panning to a little fire-lit campfire. The party kind of sitting around discussing their lives, the events of today, anything and everything.
And that's why I think cheese is kind of overrated.
I mean, I kind of like it, though. Like, you can do so much with it. And
It's
it makes
delicious.
things taste better. And you don't even need to add salt because it's already salty.
It's a perfect pairing agent for a lot
Anything.
of wines.
Literally
Goes great
anything.
with apples, fruit, you know. What kind of cheese do you have? And have you ever? Is it like the sliced kind that you get somewhere? Because I agree, that's not great. But if you have it
it's
like,
if it's Swiss,
nice
I
and-
understand. That shit's gross.
What is Swiss?
Don't worry about it. I've been to another world.
Switzerland is on the planet that Liana is on.
It's,
Yeah.
it's the it's interdimensionally neutral, so everyone knows it.
Obviously.
Switzerland.
I like that. I like that. Oh boy.
Right.
I like cheese. I don't know. This thing is pretty good.
Oh, cause makes me bloated.
That sounds like an
Mhm.
old man problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really messes
I mean, I am.
Are we gonna talk about the big crystal things, or are we gonna? I'm happy to keep talking about dairy products if you like. I'm quite partial to a nice glass of milk before bedtime, but
Mm.
are we gonna talk about the big crystal things that are so, you know, that we had trouble killing, that we may have to face more of sometime soon?
I don't know what the hell is to say.
I'm just very curious as to why the first two
Kind of thought I was. I mean, yes, it looks the same, but
Yeah, I mean, what do you what? It seems like pretty straightforward at this point.
They said your thingies resonated the same frequency or whatever, I assume.
why does they resonate the same thing?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, if we're talking resonance today, we've got an absolutely amazing bard here, Lady Lyeecia. Maybe you can figure something out about it. Did you get any resonance vibes from the whole thing?
I mean, I could see what the frequency is, but I don't know if it'll hurt him or not.
I mean,
Oh no.
if you figure out how to like blow up all the crystals on Petravian, wouldn't that mean that you'd also know how to then blow up all the crystals on their general?
Well,
If they're like the same?
I mean, I think that I could probably do it, given enough time.
And I could probably
like
help you get them
6
back if you are,
seconds.
are right with that, Petravian. No pressure, big guy. If you don't want to, that's all right.
We could just maybe. I mean, we could just consult.
So I ready up a deadly performance.
Oh, good.
Just hold still,
I mean-
hon.
There's these ones on your
Okay,
arms you
Pookie.
flick off.
We could take a limb from you and then just do it on the limb, and I regenerate the limb.
Could,
Does that work for
but
you?
I'm
Does your
partial to
limb
most of my
hurt?
limbs.
The crystal one. Does that hurt if like someone sawed off a finger?
Yes, yes, it does.
What about those ones coming off of your shoulder?
They're all
do those
part
crawl
of
back?
me.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Are there
so
nerve
is like a
gaps?
scab, or like a. I mean, it could be just a close. If they don't have nerves in them, I think. Wait,
if it is part of you, I'm pretty confident I can bring it back when we're done.
how does your nervous system work?
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
find
really
out.
see any weird veiny things in your weird crystal parts.
Yeah, I mean, they do say that you can't get blood from a stone, but I definitely have.
Again,
I
let's
mean,
find out.
Wow, that was a sentence that I never thought I would hear.
it sounded better in my mind.
Mm,
I feel like there's some
no.
connotations there that you can probably take that in directions that maybe were not entirely intended, but you know.
I thought this was clever.
Thanks.
I thought it was too. So here's. I hesitate to just offer up crystals off of me.
Why hesitate?
But yeah, I mean, it is human UI.
I mean, it
Is
maybe
it
what we need to.
dangerous?
Maybe we need to save the whole world. So you know.
It could be
Would it-
helpful.
Would it make you feel better if we cut off
I
our limbs
I
as well?
hazard to guess that you have a little bit of a biased opinion of me mutilating myself.
What? That's crazy talk.
Yeah, crazy.
What's that sass for? I didn't do anything.
Oh, no, you definitely did.
All right. And what did I do?
I mean, you did bring us here, didn't you?
It's true.
I did nothing of the
Yeah.
sort.
You did.
What did you do?
All
was
I
your-
did was rub a stone and
No.
reminisce.
I mean, like, what have you? Who are you? I know we've gotten introduced, but like, there's clearly a lot of history and context, and like, I mean, I never met you in my timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's your whole in this?
Yeah,
in
I'm
your
with
timeline?
Lovette on that. That's a good question.
Okay. That is a fair question. You already know who I represent. I basically came into this story, and Soul. Sorry, Liana. That's probably where the timelines are similar.
I'm lost already. What?
I came in to the group, at least on this plane, on this plane and Liana's plane, to help them.
Okay, question. Does your Liana actually go by Liana?
No, they go by Soul.
Okay, then we're different people.
Just explain
Sure.
it through your perspective. Like, what
Yeah,
happened
just-
to you?
What the fuck happened? Just
What's
let's
your
start there.
story?
Oh. Well, Petravian will go through the short version of he was in the Protean Empire. His whole deal, leaving the Protean Empire, joining our group, and explaining that he was there to try to get the team back on track to help Soul do what they needed to do. From there, the short version of afterwards for going into the dealing with Marcus and resurrecting Mellifera and leading us into vaguely where the counterparts of y'all are in this on this plane and or on this timeline, and how I'm the last.
So, wait, how many times did you die?
That's
I
like way too much.
I
Was it
lost
3
count
or 4?
in there.
Or just
It's
2?
3 or 4.
Well,
I'm
It's
impressed, to
kinda
be
weird.
honest with you.
Sort of doesn't count, I think.
Okay.
Because time was rewound, and at least that's what I'm told. And I've died a few times, yes. Like 3. Let's say
I
Are you
feel a little
sure
bit
you are
better.
alive right now?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. What if you're just like controlled by bees and would you say that was amber?
yes.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean there, big guy. I'm genuinely curious now.
How would one know one isn't alive?
Well, generally speaking, you don't have a pulse. Your body temperature is kind of just the ambient temperature around.
So like super
You
cold,
don't-
probably.
Yeah, you don't have to like sleep or anything like that, and death magic doesn't usually work on you, and positive energy kind of hurts you. So
So all that, yes, I know I'm alive. Controlled. How would I know if I'm controlled?
I mean, if you knew, it wouldn't really be working with it.
Yeah.
Aren't we all kind of controlled? I mean, none of us were necessarily here. Well, at least 5 of us weren't here by your own volition.
yeah. I mean,
I
we all
mean-
got pulled here, so we're kind of
Yeah.
stuck.
I mean, I'll go where my god wants me to go. I'm not all that concerned about it, but it is a little bit strange.
So you killed
No.
Colm?
Who's
Killed
Why
Who?
did you kill my rival? You seemed really proud about that belt.
Oh,
You're gonna smash his head open.
yeah. That one.
It's just like strange. Did you guys like? I don't know. It seems like a lot must be different in this timeline because like no one really knew them.
Really?
Not much. Not enough to go out and kill them.
Well, I mean, they kind of in this timeline, they made.
I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like there are details missing, but I'm not gonna press you on it.
And I mean, we're not
Well-
here to judge either.
Yeah,
we don't
no.
know you well, and you don't really know us, although you do know the alternate versions of us. But it
And
gets
it sounds like
complicated.
most of us are still alive, so I'll say that this version of you seem to have done a good enough job.
Yeah. Let's go with good enough.
Are the centaurs making camp currently?
Yeah, they've kind of I might have fast forwarded a little, but they've kind of already made camp. You're all welcome to feast and eat with them. Some of you maybe just like stay a little bit farther out when we're sleeping, but they're fine with you awake and being around.
I'll just be chowing down on whatever
Yeah.
the food is.
I already had a good meal earlier. What?
Oh.
That is. I don't even know what they're seasoning this with, but it's so good. Did you try this? I mean, I know
Honorary, sorry,
excuse me.
Liana.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about this.
And Lyeecia is going to grab a small artifact and place it on the ground. And once she presses it in, it will start to glow. And eventually it will turn into a beautiful banquet as I cast... Where are we at? Hero's Feast.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
God, and I thought what the centaurs had was good. That is. How did you. Oh my. Oh.
Okay.
So-
This seems
so
a bit
this-
extreme, don't you think?
I mean, you're going to need your strength, aren't you? I only want the best for you. It's not going to even, like, what they're serving is not going to even compare.
I mean, I suppose not, but I can't eat this all alone. I think everyone, if you don't mind, I mean, we've got a whole group here. I mean, other than one person, like, I think they all deserve to eat well.
I look, I'm like,
Are you sure?
Of course, you should eat too.
All right.
Your strength is just as important as mine.
I guess you can all join in as well.
Yeah, other than Petravian.
Was there any wine that was summoned?
yes.
Okay. Karis is just gonna grab a bottle and sort of get up and give the group space to eat.
Okay.
And Lyeecia is going to go into this entire spiel.
thank you so much for dining with us. This is a meal prepared for you by the Horse Vistal. I hope you enjoy. Make sure to always be. Make sure to think about pairing up with Vitcorum or Liarum. We are happy to give out loans whenever you're in need, and I'm sure that they'll pay off in the long run. Any potion needs, you can always go to the Aeronis. And of course, for any of your art needs, the Viennese will always be there.
Why do I feel like my meal is sponsored?
As saying grace goes, that was quite original, and I applaud it. Thank you very much for that.
What's
mean,
the interest rate?
What?
I mean,
It's a little stale.
I mean, I can't necessarily like say the exact amount.
God, you were talking about cheese. This quiche is bloody amazing. Mm.
This is all
Oh.
traditional Burgos and Parthenay meals. I hope you enjoy.
Oh,
Thank you, Lyeecia.
yes, thank you so much, Lady Lyeecia. That is just... I thought I'd filled up on that wonderful food that the centaurs have, but this is... How did you... You gotta teach me that, please.
They should be
I like
bossies
them more
cooking to the
brown.
bossies.
This
Mm.
isn't something that I know how to. This is something from. It's an artifact from Horse Vistal. And
Well, it's
once again,
bloody impressive.
i-
Oh, the
if
fact is
you
light.
if you want something like this, though, I'm sure that they're happy to accommodate, as long as you have the funds, of course.
Absolutely. I tell
Such
you
thing
what,
is-
this... No, please, go ahead. I'm stuffing my face anyway. Oh,
No.
God.
A lot of the things that they have are quite expensive to make, obviously.
This is like the food equivalent of the music that you play. Oh, my. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Do they,
That's a
have
good...
they got stuff like this in the Steam Oil, Lovette? Is this...
Oh, I mean, like this, they've got stuff that's pretty good. I'd definitely say
as good as this, though?
at least, yeah.
All right, I'll have to... Can you bring out any of that yourself? Because I'd love to try, compare.
I mean, it's really, you gotta try it in the Steam Isle to really get the experience.
Ah, right.
Like, you can't just hash it out anywhere else. That's just how quality has to be.
Fair enough.
Question to the DM.
Mhm.
So at this point in time, where Vera is, am I able to, if I commune through Mellifera, am I able to communicate with them?
I think that's more of a Xeno question, to be honest.
Xeno.
What do you think, Xeno?
I mean, technically, Melly would know Vera's thoughts, but you wouldn't be able to talk to Vera herself.
Mhm.
She's currently in the afterlife, technically, in a way.
Okay. Gotcha. Let me mull that over. He'll, as he's sitting there, of course he's not going to dine on a feast that he is not welcome to. He's going to look to Lovette. So, the Umorises,
Yeah.
who were they in your time?
Well, they're like kind of like rivals. I don't know, like bullies. I guess. I consider them my friends, and then I got real friends, and I realized that they were not really my friends.
So, Moira, when you repaired their heart, correct?
Yeah, when we came back to this team, I was like kind of nervous to take a while, but my parents sent me a note reassuring me that I should go take my adventure, and I learned a lot, and I learned well about engineering than I thought I would. And yeah, I was able to just kind of reverse the damage.
Did they try to mess with your device?
Yeah, I mean, it was sabotage. I was pretty pissed about it, don't get me wrong. So I went in, I confronted them, and they challenged me to like a sort of duel with Archibald versus a robot. And there was no competition. Archibald just rips it to shreds.
Of course. Archie was really cool when I knew him too.
I kind of wish I'd known him now. I mean, just watching him before, he's very
You
impressive.
can
That
meet
would have
him
been
now?
amazing to see. Oh yeah, please.
Bust out Archie, start the timer, and a minute later you roll him out.
No. Kurla will like stick out a hand to him as soon as he appears to sort of shake or fist bump or whatever. Hey, big guy.
And
Well, bigger guy actually. Petravian's big guy. You're bloody hell.
They did not used to be that big. I mean, yours used to be really tall, but
Yeah, he's never been, at least for me, when he was alive.
I mean, it's a relatively recent development. He had some anxieties about it, so I built him some friends about his size.
That's
has
nice.
he ever expressed any desire to paint?
Can he paint?
You know, would you like a painting workshop back at the Steam Isle when we get home, Elsie?
He responds in his normal cadence. But you would know that it seems like he's interested, but he doesn't want to be too excited about it, right?
Yeah, we'll get you like a workshop set up.
He nods humbly.
Ah, that's wonderful.
I really can't tell what he's saying at all, but sounds
I
good.
haven't a cl- I haven't a clue either, for what it's worth. But
Why is he talking to the construct?
hey, no, it's got a name.
I mean, it's a
Well,
magical device.
So here's the thing. I don't know if this was ever proven or not, but at least with my experience from my world, Archibald is a person. I think he had like a soul, or at
Yes.
least grew a soul from like his experiences. So as much as he is, as you say, a construct, he's also a person.
I
If
mean,
that makes
he has a
sense.
mind. He's not a golem.
So this construct utilizes souls?
He has his own soul.
I think he grew one.
I think he just had it. I never really found out how I activated him.
Well,
So you made
yeah.
it on accident? Is that?
I didn't make him.
Ah,
It was invented by my grandfather.
I've actually heard rumors that Horsefistle has actually also worked with souls before.
Yeah, well, it's probably more weird, fucked up shit, because this guy's got his own soul and lets him think and stuff. It's not like he's taking anyone else's soul.
Well, I can't say it was taking anyone's souls. I just knew it was a soul device. That's all.
A
Apparently
soul
it's for a
device,
vampire.
like what? Like something that makes a soul?
Yeah, what was it for?
I don't know. All I heard is that there was like a vampire around, which was really interesting.
when Petravian hears the words "make a soul," he's like,
Why would a vampire? What, does he want to be human again? Is that the goal, or?
Well, I don't know. That once again, I just heard this from one of my friends.
Well, it's Tom, that's not how it works. In order to create a soul, you'd have to have a strong source of divine energy. Or you would have to, like, suck
Yup.
it out of everything
"Yep,
else.
you would."
You either need, like, a direct connection to a god, or somebody
Mhm.
who's got a lot of divine energy themselves, or you have to take it from everywhere else. And people could die if you do that.
Ah,
Yep.
Divine connection to a god. Sorry, it's just.
Like, Kurla
Not-
here would be a great conduit for something like that. You could probably pull 2 or 3 souls out of them.
It doesn't quite work that way with what I do, but
I mean, you'd be surprised. It would definitely have to be a different kind of device. How to, like, time it.
I've been meaning to ask that actually, Kurla. tell me, when you consume, do you consume the souls, or is it just the meat?
What a weird question.
Yeah, what? What the fuck?
I'm trying to absorb information. I'm trying to be more
Information?
open-minded.
Is that
That's-
open?
Specifically?
That is quite a personal question. Usually, you'd have to buy me dinner once before I got into,
I don't
consuming
want
the meat
to.
or consume.
I don't even want to think about you dating this guy. Don't even joke about that.
Apologies.
Hurtful, okay? As you said,
aren't worth
I'm
anything.
not that Petravian.
No, I said I'm not your soul. You have
And
the
I'm
potential
not
to
that
be
Petravian.
exactly like him because you act like him. Your
So?
cadence is like him.
So,
Let's just walk it back. I'm
I'm
happy
not
to
that
answer your.
Petravian.
Oh boy.
Did you have that do anything I should watch out for? Because it seems like a...
You seem like, how should I put it? A coward. Someone who doesn't even think about tactics in battle ever, might I add. You threw Lyeecia into a terrible situation in combat, might I add. She was doing just fine, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna make her bees! Like, what the fuck,
Yes.
dude?
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, that was me.
I was
I'm-
freaking out. There was bees everywhere.
Kayla's going to look to Lyeecia. Do you mind if we take this? And she's going to reach for one of the bottles of wine on the table. A nice red, a nice Merlot, or... No, a nice...
Nice.
Merlot.
No, a nice
Be sure-
Barolo.
let that breathe. You need to
A
let
nice
it breathe.
Barolo. Do you
So
mind if
I-
we take this?
Of course, it's a pleasure.
Because this
And-
is
and
getting awkward.
I would like to emphasize that this is not what someone would say is like tasty sweet wine. This is like upper class bullshit, like hoity-toity wine.
So
Nice
dry.
Barolo. Got it.
Gotta let it breathe. Give you headaches.
Right, y'all can sort this out if you like. I'm just gonna we'll grab the bottle and head off towards where Karis went.
The kind of wine where it feels like you're drinking the blood of someone who died of alcohol poisoning.
On your way to find Karis, you actually are going to cross paths because Karis is on her way back to the feast with an empty bottle in hand.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
thanks.
Oh, that's great. And she will take the bottle from you. That's so thoughtful of you.
This seems familiar somehow. No, right, yeah, you're more than welcome. That's a good one by the looks of things. I
Is
mean,
it?
everything on the table.
Honestly,
is
I can barely taste these anymore. Bottoms
I-
up.
was just coming to make sure you were all right. You left in a bit of a hurry there.
Oh, sorry. It's kind of a thing. Like me and food don't really get along anymore.
Ah,
Most normal foods, it's the weirdest thing. They kind of turn my stomach, just thinking about them. But can still drink wine. So
what more do you
Take
need in
that.
life?
yeah, thank you again. This is really
No,
something.
My pleasure. Let me know if you need another one. I'm happy to grab you one for it. There seem to be more than you can shake a stick at. Remind
we'll
me,
see
Keni
about
or
that.
Beardy,
Mm.
did we witness Karis drinking blood? Did we?
No,
think anyone
because
saw
no,
that.
they did
because
that.
you're too overpowered.
Okay, so
but
no
they
one-
did come
100
back, and they
stealth check.
you did have like a you know how you have like a milk mustache?
yeah. Did have yeah. I mean, yeah,
Smattering.
she did definitely have like
Okay.
the blood mouth going on
From
after the
the-
combat because she found a centaur corpse in the aftermath of the fight.
It's crazy. I found so many cranberries out there, but guys.
You have
Right?
no idea. There's like a whole cranberry bog.
Strawberries
Strawberry
galore.
bush.
I
Yeah.
got all of them though. There's no don't
You
go
don't
looking
look.
for the
There's none
strawberries.
left.
They're-
I ate every
I-
raspberry in that whole field.
I ate
Gone.
the whole bush.
So
Bush and
based
all.
on
I was hungry.
everything that Karis has just said and the kind of hints that she's dropped along the way, the cold skin, all of that, is there a check that I would make that would kind of imply whether or not I had
That you're
would-
aware that she's a vampire, or
Yes.
Didn't
based
Karis
on-
tell
I
everyone?
think I.
Yeah,
think you
Karis
told
told
pretty open about
everyone.
that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, never mind. Never
Yeah.
mind then.
No, you're fine.
It was so long ago now.
It's okay.
Is it another
No,
life?
no, it was just yesterday, guys. I swear.
Also, I'd like to say that while everyone's dining, Lyeecia is also going to be performing kind of like like you'd expect at a fancy restaurant where they have like a kind of accompaniment.
Mariachi band.
Oh my god.
I was kind of thinking about it.
This
Is
is
it
what
a
we call
tiny piano?
fine dining.
So the
Mhm.
issue though is that Lyeecia is performing some of her own works, which is not exactly dining music. Once again, her violin is a very strange kind of eerie sound. It's a very introspective kind of song, which might not be the best, especially for the centaurs after a battle where they lost a bunch of people.
no.
But that's what's being played at the moment.
Nice.
Well, that's just crying over some chicken. It's like, I don't know it fits me so well.
Did you have enough to eat there? You know, of the stuff that you eat.
Oh, yeah.
Are you all right
I-
talking
I-
about it? I don't want to make you uncomfortable.
It's more that I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I found something out there, and it was warm enough.
I mean, you heard the part about me eating people, right?
I mean, I assume you don't like make a habit of that, and it's just like a special treat every so often, maybe. For me, it's an everyday thing.
It's my cheat day.
I was gonna say, I was really bad today.
It's it gets a bit complicated, but as long as you're all right with it, then and then we're all fine. I'm glad we're on the same page there. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you didn't feel bad about it, and yet you weren't keeping your distance from people. I wanted to let you know
mean-
that no one's judging you for it.
Oh yeah, no, it's mostly like this. Like I said, the sight and smell of like people food, just kind of turns my stomach anymore.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
You give me a shout if you need another bottle of wine. I think probably Liana and Petravian have likely finished fighting by now. They were getting into a little bit of a spat, and it was getting a bit uncomfy there.
Oh, I would like to seen that.
Oh well.
Well-
Oh no,
Let's
no,
hurry
no.
back.
It's not
I don't
done
know.
yet. We're
Oh,
gonna
it's not done
pan
yet.
time back a little when Kurla left.
Probably about
Okay.
5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
At
I don't think
most.
it's ever gonna end. I don't think there's an end point to
No.
this. It's just
No,
an ongoing thing.
no.
Now, Skrewy, if you
So-
wouldn't mind asking the question again.
Sure. Well, I basically said, I'm not your Petravian,
You have the potential to be. You act
but I'm
like
not
him.
your Petravian.
What's
You
your
keep going
Petravian
on and
do?
on.
What,
I'm not your soul. I'm not this. I'm not. They're not that. Well, I'm not your Petravian.
what did
So
your
any beef you
Petravian
have
do?
with him is not with me.
Can you stop interrupting her? She's trying to talk. Lovette, please.
Did he do this? Is this a
Oh,
thing that he does?
he interrupts people all the time. I'm used to it.
I'm kind of already used to it. It's weird.
Woof. Woof.
You were saying.
What did your Petravian do? I feel it's the only way we can avoid these missteps is if he knows what steps not to take.
He was a coward. He made an agreement with a sort of weird deity thing.
What sort of weird deity thing?
A weird deity thing that killed the fucking world.
Oh, that
Yeah,
weird
ish.
deity. That, Jeffrey,
Wait. I swear.
you don't just say stuff like that. Jesus.
Let me tell you, in this timeline, I could say it till the cows came home.
What? No. Don't please, kid. Okay.
Do you
I
know
had to-
why?
I don't care.
Because
no.
someone else made a deal.
And it looks like your world still exists. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't because of you. You sold us out.
Okay. What was
You
this?
were a coward as you always were. You promised to me that you were going to keep us safe, that
Quit
Eden
saying
had our back.
you. Quit saying you. It's not me. You could
You
try
have
to
yet
take it
to
out on
prove
me.
that.
You could ground me into the ground, but it still won't change the fact that that Petravian betrayed you. I did not.
I just met you, but you already have the signs.
Well,
Tell me. Who was it Ish?
shit.
Stop saying his name.
Do I know
Yeah,
anything about Ish?
What is it gonna
You
do?
do
What is
not, I'm
some
sorry.
name gonna do?
It gives me
Names
power.
have
Look,
the
I
most power in a
I
world.
literally had to rip pages out of my book and burn them, and that's a big deal for me.
You knew him too. Okay. Yeah.
This world is off limits to them. For now, at least, apparently. Something like that.
But he could get ours or something. There's a lot of possibilities. Look, just don't risk it. Jeez. What is these respective deals that your soul and your Petravian made?
Okay. I'll go first. The Petravian that I knew, during the day that I was supposed to take on the protectorship, we knew something was coming. We just didn't know how. It took a lot of energy to kill Glarv, but we did it. And we were alive. And then, the day of my ceremony and my wedding, to Alec, he looked at me, put his hand on my fucking shoulder, and he said, "Don't worry, Eden will have our back. She always has. She's the reason that the trees grow." And Corona was there and agreed with him. He fooled us all. And he already made a fucking deal. He sold out at the world. He sold me out. And the only thing that saved me was my fucking ex. And they spit on the ground, just mentioning him. You didn't want to die. You thought you could do Eden's work elsewhere. I mean, she is on every planet. So everyone died, and I was left alone. And I can't die. I can't even join them. Because of two people's irresponsible actions. Because of selfishness. You already act holier than thou. You have all the potential in every world to just take whatever suits you best. What do you desire most? I assume you probably worked for your own selfish gain over anyone else's.
No. I did make some selfish decisions before. And I would misstep regularly. I always try to do what's best for others. And I don't always make the right decisions. Especially in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, I'm aware. I've already seen it.
But I never make a decision to save my own skin.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah?
Mr. Invisibility.
You said I have no tactical abilities.
Correct.
That was a choice. Yeah, I'm not Mr. Tactics, but that was one choice that I like to use.
Yeah,
to
it's weird
try
that
to
you
get
didn't join the
behind
rest
someone.
of us to fight whatever that fucking guy was. You just stayed behind with the fodder. The easy ones. look, I saw Karis dice and slice, like, I don't know, 4, 5. I wasn't counting.
You
It was
saw
cool.
that? I couldn't even see her.
Well,
That was
I mean, not her
crazy.
hands, but like it fell, like after.
But yeah, I mean, I
was
thought
cool.
I was having
It
a
was
fucking
cool.
stroke or something.
No, I think Karis is just really cool or something.
Sorry.
I mean, Karis is really cool.
Just like way too cool. So,
So do we see the other half of this? What I don't know if the format is sustaining. What all deal did Soul make in your timeline?
Unfortunately, they made a deal, to my knowledge. It wasn't a selfish one. It wasn't born out of selfishness. They wanted to have the power to save everyone. Unfortunately, it came with a lot of strings attached. Though I will say they turn into a very magnificent dragon. Or
ew.
dragon?
Not much of a dragon person. Sorry.
Okay, side question: Who is Alec? Who is Alex?
Oh, Alec with a C, not an
Alec?
X. Yeah.
Yeah, who is that?
He's.
I'm surprised to hear you married someone that didn't. You married someone that doesn't see her, really.
Well, Siva was killed by Grow.
Oh, geez, yeah. Well, I can see that happening. We stopped him before that happened.
How did you get out of the arranged marriage?
So,
Just beat the shit out of him like we did, I assume, right?
it's kind of complicated. Alec is a bit of a trickster. Wait, which question am I answering first? Sorry. You wanna know-
Wait, who is Alec? Tell me
He's
that.
this man I met in Gesundheit in Daraham. He protected us, and it was kind of a fling at first, but then he just
Did he
became
work
so.
with the queen or something?
Yeah.
I don't remember meeting anyone. I mean, we met the
I
book
mean,
in the met the queen.
He was going to retire, and we were just going to start a life together, and it was so sweet. And I had kind of already shooed off Grow. That apparently was my own mistake, thinking he had no power over me at that point. But in order to trick my family, Alec maybe sort of had some illusion tricks up his sleeve. So he posed as Grow, and we pretended that everything was fine, but I mean, to us, we were just getting married.
Wow, it's crazy how different things gone. I don't even know. I mean, it sounds faintly familiar. I just don't remember anyone with being terribly important. Remember there being an Alex or Alec or something somewhere.
Well, obviously, not everything lines up. We've
Who
seen that.
did Soul marry in your timeline?
Pointing at Petravian.
Soul. Lore master, please. He did. Soul did
You
marry.
don't have lore master. That's a bard thing.
No, I know. Sorry. I'm asking DM for. They went through the ceremony with.
They
the
married Grow,
married?
but technically, at the end, before they were gone, they did exchange rings with Siva and Alec.
Okay.
But the marriage was.
But I don't know
The marriage
that portion,
was
though.
technically.
I mean,
with
that
them.
wasn't in private, but I don't know
It was like in the main
Petravian
foyer. I
remembers
don't know
that.
if he paid attention. He was busy having an existential faith crisis. So
Mhm.
Yeah. I didn't know. I don't think I know the rings aspect. So
probably not.
they married Grow.
Glow? Like
You
the
just-
creepy guy with the elementals?
Yeah. They always struck me as a kind of, puppy trying to tag along.
You just
Glow? A puppy? What? Like a mean fucking puppy?
yeah,
tried
a
talking to him,
literal
like,
fucking
once.
murderer.
Yeah. That guy was a
Mm.
decoy.
And he was so obsessive. Like, he just
Yeah.
followed us everywhere. I mean, that's the whole reason. Siva, sorry. It's been years, and somehow, no matter who it is, it just still hurts.
I mean, I can imagine. You and Siva are really close.
We-
Sol and Siva.
Didn't get a lot of time to, get to know each other that much. It happened pretty early on while I was running away. But she was pretty cool. I would have liked to have gotten to know her. But again, I was really lucky to run into Alec eventually. He was going to retire. Part of me kind of wanted to just, like, run away.
I
Be,
remember.
like, a rogue or something, you know?
The jail guy. Alec, the jail guy? Is that who you mean?
Yeah, I met him in jail. Ooh, that doesn't sound really cool, does it?
No, we met him in
What
jail
the fuck did
too.
I just walk back in on?
Oh, hi, Kurla.
He's a-
You're back.
He's a
Hello,
really funny
hello.
story. Like,
Okay.
You met someone in jail and hooked up with. Good on you. Well done,
no,
you
I
get
didn't,
yours.
like-
You hooked up with jail guy?
Yeah.
It's not like at first. No, there was this huge, like, development. There was, like, a flirt game first. Oh my god, no.
We
I
only
didn't do
saw
it in
him
the
I'm
jail.
not-
time.
I'm
I
not
mean-
judging whatever type of person you're into.
No,
Cheers
Okay.
to you.
look, he saved us from a really bad situation. Me and Marcus were, like,
Alice,
really stuck in a weird situation, okay? And he was, like, sobbing on the floor, and these jailers just kept, like, beating him up. And, like, I just kind of let it happen because I didn't want to get hit. But
It
you
sounds
know,
like
Wow.
it's
about right.
Numbers is the difference. They looked up everyone. They were going to they arrested us at the border, and they were taking everyone's weapons. And Val was like,
oh,
"I'm going to kill all of them if they take my weapon." And
I
Sol
can see
took
her
them-
doing
talked them
that.
down. They actually got Val to change her mind, but then they looked us up, and this guy was like, "I'll use magic to help you escape." And then so
See,
he did that.
my half
And then he was
sister
like, "I'm
turned
gonna
us
help
in.
you out," and Val was like, "No, I'm gonna go get my weapon, and I'm going to kill everyone who tries to stop me." And we never
I'm
saw
sorry.
him again.
It's so hard to imagine your Vera being late.
I mean,
Looking back and
Lyeecia
forth
is
between
super
Lovette
sweet,
and Lady
but like
Lyeecia.
my Vera was pretty
Yeah.
similar too, to be honest. Maybe a little. She kind of like took on some traits with my Karis. They kind of did goth vibes for a while, you know.
Mm.
They were a
I'm-
cool little duo.
I'm kind of curious now. Was I? Petravian, you had a version of me. Was I in any of the rest of your?
Sorry, I
Words.
don't know either of you.
Because I don't know any of you. I know that much.
Sorry.
That's
I
all right.
know,
No, I'm
the-
not. It's fine by
I-
me.
I mean,
We
I'm
had a
glad I
char-
know you
yeah, we-
now.
Yeah, I wish
Yeah.
I'd known versions of you because you've all led such fascinating lives, and I wish I'd been around there to, help you with,
I mean, if
with
I
all that shit
still
you went through.
exist in your world, maybe you should. I don't know. We could be friends in your thingy if we ever
I'd
make it
like
back.
that. And the offer to help you out still stands as well. When we come. to the
Yeah,
end of
I
it.
don't know if me for your thing is, death oriented, but me, yeah,
Yeah,
all good
we'll,
for
we'll
dying.
Talk. Don't worry. We'll make it work.
yeah. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll die here.
Hey.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, that lucky.
Why does every version of me for all of you seem to be a horrible person?
Oh,
Oh,
my Vera
Vera
wasn't a
is
horrible
dead.
person.
Not a horrible person.
I
She's
adored her.
intense.
Yeah.
Did any of you have a
Close.
regular version of me?
You know, I didn't meet one, but if I had, I'm sure they would have been lovely. And you're lovely enough for 1,000 worlds, all right? So
My Vera was very regular. They did a little intense, but they were all very committed.
You're a
But they
regular
cared
bitch.
deeply.
a little intense.
You said that person literally made a cult, right? Right?
It's not a cult.
Well, yeah, I mean, she
It's
didn't
a
like
respectable
calling it that.
religion now.
But at the time, was it a cult?
Well, I mean, what's a cult? What's the difference, really? Like
Okay,
anatomically?
A cult, respectable religion. I
hmm.
suppose it's just respect. Cult plus time equals, well,
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, it's one big cult over another religion. Yeah, what's
See,
the
I always thought
difference?
cults were one where one mortal took everybody's money and they for their own.
No, it's whoever's
No,
like
that's capitalism.
extreme.
No, I think it's actually just like if there's like a strong point of focus, like a person, or
So
like
every religion's a
speci-
cult?
well, no, like Eden
I-
worshippers with the broad like Eden is like everywhere, but then like if it was like one of Eden's heralds, for example, if you worship them in particular, that would be
Hmm.
like a cult.
I think it has to do with taxes. Not sure.
What the? No, I would
Oh,
never
yeah,
put
you
a
guys don't
cult.
pay taxes, don't you?
Oh, that's super culty.
Kayla's just going to pass another bottle of red wine over to Karis and take another one for themselves.
Oh, was I there?
Oh, we'd arrived by that point, hadn't we?
Oh, okay.
Or had you? Because you were heading
Had
back.
you
when I went to
had you
find
arrived while we were having our tiff? Is the question.
You're right. I would have. Take the bottle.
You didn't
Start
want to miss the
drinking.
entertainment, surely.
Exactly.
So,
Well, all this to say, again, I'm not that asshole. I'm my own type of asshole.
I'm still getting asshole.
Yeah, but two separate assholes.
I'm not liking this.
Is one of them crystal or something? I'm
Okay,
confused
maybe
here.
maybe that's not the best way to put that. Maybe.
So
You know
got a
what? No,
regular
I'm
asshole and a
sticking with
crystal
that.
asshole.
I'm gonna stick with that.
What a choice.
I am not that asshole.
I can fix that for you. I'm just saying, if you got the two, I can turn it in. I got the I can. There's some healing magic.
You turn into one big asshole.
Fishers are not good
He's
for
already
you.
won.
You know what? Fuck you, Petravian from Liana's timeline.
I don't
Bring
know
it,
what this
bitch.
is.
Now you want to fuck yourself? What, in one of the
I
two?
know.
I'm so confused at this point. You lost me. All of you have lost me completely.
The time
No, we
goes
just
wine
not that
lost the plot.
complicated.
That's all.
You all have been drinking too much wine.
Ah, fair point. I'm sorry.
No, it's just a
such
touch
good wine.
dementia. That's all.
You shouldn't be drinking wine really at all if that's what's going on. I mean, like, I
It's a
hate
mild.
to
It's
say
very,
that.
very poor taste and mild joke.
Okay. Because, like, my grandfather had that going on, and yeah, we had to cut him off.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's tragic.
I mean, he was very old, even for a gnome.
Well,
Lovette loved them very much.
Good, I hope so.
I never got to meet my grandparents, but the concept sounds really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know
never
mine.
met-
My parents were interesting though.
Hmm.
I've never met my maternal grandparents. I wonder what they're like. I imagine that they're probably like some sort of like royalty or something, like powerful people. I wonder if I have like.
Is
some
that
kind
like
of,
a
like-
dream or something? You do not want to be royalty. Let me just say that.
Well, I mean,
whatever.
that's actually really nice, though.
Is it for you?
Of course, it's the most important thing about me.
Oh,
You wear it well.
Do you think that like if I was like, do you know what Dark Haven royalty is like? I don't know. I only barely know anything about my history. My mother was always like,
dark
don't ask.
elf.
Sorry,
Yes.
walk that one back a little bit. You're
Dark elven royalty, as in like I'm half dark elf. That's why I'm this sort of bluish color.
What? Quick
how
question.
did I not pick
Yeah.
up on that?
What would a very high elf centric family think of dark elves?
I mean,
But like how? Like what
they're
do we?
they're corrupted high elves, so
Is that correct? Is that? Did that happen with that witch hungers?
yeah, that witch hungers
okay.
originally took high elves and corrupted them. That's how dark elves exist.
So
So,
high elves would think of them as
maybe
trash?
monstrous almost.
Like that
Like,
yeah,
they fell.
abominations.
yeah.
Yeah, corrupted
Mhm.
for sure.
Not a good look.
No.
Kurla's face has just turned completely serious, and she's now just looking at Lovette with such intensity.
Oh God, they're going to eat me, aren't they?
I'm sorry. No, of course not. My goodness,
You'd be hardly a morsel.
Well, that is true, but also not what.
Okay.
Do you mind if I just do a couple of? I just want to detect magic at you. It's that spell. I assume I know you're more techie at things, but
I do know magic. I don't. I mean, you're going to pick stuff up. There's a lot of magic going on. Unless you want to wait for me to undress, which I don't think you. I'm really
no.
not comfortable with that.
I'm not comfortable with that either. Just hang on there for a moment, if you will. And Kurla's gonna. Actually, I'd like to do a perception check as well, if I may, please. But
Okay,
what
what
I'm
are you
looking
trying
for
to
is,
perceive?
A connection with the Dark Elves and specifically with their deity. So what
Hmm.
would a check be for that, or a spell be for that?
I'm not
Smell
quite
gnome.
sure. Beardy, do you have any advice on that one?
For how to detect
Your heritage, I guess?
the connections there.
I don't know.
I mean, detect magic isn't necessarily going to give you
Okay.
much for that. It's a really basic divination spell, and it's only going to tell you if there's magic there or not, or if there's
Mhm.
specific.
yeah, but I
kinds
mean,
of
like
auras on
a
things.
check roll. What would be good for
Um,
that? I was
I mean-
thinking maybe religion, but then at the same
Yeah,
time, I
well,
don't
it's-
know.
It's
I
your
mean,
call.
I would think heal personally.
Yeah, like however you want
Because
to.
it's biology.
Sure, we'll
Yeah.
do heal. That sounds fun. We never get to use
Yeah.
heal.
There you go.
Heal would
Mhm.
give a connection to a god?
Well, it would tell you
Like
what
the
someone's bloodline
heritage.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it
you've
would
already
be- if
said
you're
that.
trying to
Well, she's
if you're
guessing.
trying to like
she doesn't know.
Yeah, if you're trying to figure out like specific body or specific family bloodline.
Fair
then
enough.
So,
okay.
are you
that's
trying
what
to
I
find
think.
out God or bloodline? That should
Well,
be our
both
first question.
now, actually. It's a
Okay.
good point. But
How about
just
let's do a religion check and a heal check?
Okay,
Or
so
there is also a nobility, which
That's
Yeah.
true,
That's
but I
true.
feel like that one doesn't fully apply for this because we don't fully know if they are nobility, right? So like you can be like, oh yeah, I know of a noble house for dark elves, but Kurla does have that information at hand, right?
Yeah.
Like
right.
I don't
You-
think
knowing that
will-
would tell you whether or not Lovette's related to it.
Yeah. So I agree. Heal check and a religion check.
heal check and a religion check, certainly. Here comes the heal check for the biological side of things. That is a 36.
So you can tell from really subtle features, just facial shape, even though the ears short from their gnomish heritage, you can see the little sensors at the end of the ear that kind of go off in like a dollop at the end. Very dark elf. And even though like freckles aren't really a thing that dark elves have, the shape reminds you of one of the youngest of the Xeneris family.
Interesting. Okay. And now the knowledge religion to see if see the touch of whether or not their connection with a certain thing
Go for it.
underground.
Roll it.
Ooh. That was an 11, but
You
modified.
got
It's a 40.
fucking 40. Shut the
A raw
fuck
11,
Right.
raw 11 modified to a 40.
Oh,
Damn
that
it.
was so bad.
I wanted the 49. I wanted the nat 20 for a
Oh.
49, but 40 I'll take.
Hate nines. Anyways.
Well, that's why I didn't get one then. Okay, cool. Just the 40.
It's just willed into here that no one's allowed for 9. Anyways,
I'm okay with that.
you can feel a spark. Like it's just there, a skosh, a bit. It's
I
not
don't-
tapped into, but
But
it's inherited.
But I can feel it. Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I was going for. So awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
That being the case. Oh my bloody word.
Okay, what's happening right now?
I don't know. There's a lot of like intense eye contact.
Yeah, I'm a little
I am-
uncomfortable. I don't do
I-
blind eye contact.
I
Is it okay if
apologize.
don't?
I'm not trying to weird you out at all. I didn't quite realize who you were, and
Oh,
my
well,
word.
yeah. I mean, that's all right. If you held of the family inventions, and I don't blame you for taking a bit of kind of, subtle, I suppose. We've really worked our way into little homes.
that's not what I'm talking about. You don't
What?
know, do you?
I don't know. That's a pretty vague question. If I just say to you, "Oh, you do not know, do you?" You're like,
Yeah,
well,
that is
I mean,
really.
how can I
really
know
like-
if I know? What is it I
You're
don't know?
You're
Hey,
blessed.
Kurla. No, leave it alone.
Leave what
Leave
Mess
alone?
with somebody else's timeline.
No,
What am
no,
I leaving
mess with it.
alone
What?
here?
You can't. You're messing with it now. What is? This is part of the timeline. Subjective timelines and objective timelines can diverge. It's fine.
Oh no, I've gone cross.
Now you've lost me entirely. Goodness. Oh, I just.
What is the issue? You're holding out
No,
on
that's-
information, aren't you, Mr.
Yes,
Petravian?
because it's not my information to give.
Whose information is it? What information?
You sound a little suspicious, that's all.
Yeah, no, I'm a little concerned, Petravian. What are you
Let me-
holding
hold
back on from us?
I feel like he's always holding stuff back from us.
It's true.
And now I'm doubly worried, though. Before I thought it was nothing like.
I'm going
Major
to
buff.
actually, Karis, can I get your consult?
Of course. What's up?
Petravian's going to have you lean in close and basically
And talking to
because
the
okay.
mic
y'all
while
are
he's
doing
doing
different
it.
things,
right.
and say, okay, explain Lovette's heritage of what Petravian knows, and say, would it be rude for Kurla to divulge potentially this information to them, or even myself?
Shit, I don't know. Look, this is all different from anything any of the rest of us have ever experienced. I don't know what the tactful thing to do is. If you have information that could help one of these other people, then
Oh,
give it
yeah.
to them, right? Like, why not?
Okay.
I mean,
All right,
are you
so-
worried about like messing up someone else's timeline? Like that's
More
selfish.
so messing up their own personal
Like-
trajectory on their timeline.
But if that information helps them or leads them to something important, then I don't know. I mean,
Fair.
it's also none of your business.
There it is.
Do you know what they're mumbling about?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys talk a lot
I
louder
mean,
than
I'm
you
not. Look,
act like you do.
Just
maybe
a
that's too
Petravian
harsh,
acting
but
like a Petravian. Shocker.
maybe it's too harsh. But like, I guess my question to you is like, what does it matter to you if Lovette knows the truth or not?
Because our Lovette had to make some hard decisions, and
And-
if I can save them from those hard decisions, I would like to.
Do you have any right to do that? Isn't
Yeah,
that
I'm with-
interfering just as much?
What is
Karis on
going
this
on?
one.
Okay.
Leanna, I'm beginning to see your point about him.
Mmm.
Because it's
Are
really
you?
not up. It's really not up to you, Petravian, whether or
What's-
not. Lovette, let me try and
I'm
explain
sorry.
if you.
It's just
No,
hard
no.
to follow
We'll
without
tell you.
context.
We'll tell you. Just give us a second. Kurla. Go ahead. Tell me about how I'm right.
Petravian, don't tell me what to do. It's not your place to decide that for me or for Lovette. Lovette, I apologize for wigging you out. I saw a spark in you that connects with some people and a deity that I know pretty well. You mentioned dark elves, and that's what me going down that road. And I am happy to tell you anything that you'd like to know. Like shooting a glare at Petravian.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what you know.
He doesn't
This is-
care.
So you know this is in Neely's family?
Yeah. I am fortunate enough to know them a little bit.
Where do I start? Are they nice?
Nice isn't the right word, but they're
Oh, it's unfortunate. My mother is very nice.
just. Just is the way that I would put it.
Just-
I've only met them on a handful of occasions when I've been in their neck of the woods, so to speak. But they're really
Just-
quite something.
Clay?
Pardon, what? I didn't catch that laugh.
Just Clay? Just
I still can't
piece
understand.
of milk?
Grem, can you please say that without the accent? Because I'm not
Great.
getting it.
Just no. I'm
Great.
not. Oh.
Great was the word.
Yes.
They're a marvelous
Okay.
people. They're
Okay,
just
cool.
they rule with a
like-
really
Ooh, oh, so like I'm like royalty.
oh yes.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
as close to royalty as you can have in that society,
What,
I would
it's-
say. It's,
So it's like a senatorial thing or something like that.
I don't even know what that word means.
it gets a
I
little more.
imagine- I'm sure they probably have a very advanced sort of like really diplomatic system.
They aren't any families more widely respected than theirs, and they are the most powerful. Second only to the one that we all serve.
So is it like a king or something?
Oh no. More
So
than
who-
that.
Who's everyone serve?
Our deity.
So like, my mother will not tell me
Gigantic
much about that.
spider.
Well, yeah. Wait, is it like a spider?
Say that again, Petravian, a little louder.
Really big spider, about really big.
That is
Really
so.
Fascinating.
That is so
Mm.
reductive.
I think they call them a primal being.
Oh, like
They're-
you're any
they
I think
better?
that's
are-
what we're called.
They're a god, Petravian. Let's get
So,
that
like,
clear
Vala's
between us
deity?
right now.
Primal being. That's what I was told.
Do we have a problem here, Petravian? They're a
Don't you
deity.
worship a
But isn't
primal being?
Mellifera also a primal
Yeah.
being?
Well,
yes,
that too.
that's not
Oh,
a
yes.
slight.
Okay, I mean, you're just
Not
your
a slight,
tone.
it's
Your
just-
tone
it-
is definitely like, you know.
I'm not standing here disrespecting your gods. Therefore, you're not going to stand there and disrespect mine. Are we? Are we clear on that?
Okay.
Thank you.
So my grandparents are like Malifa or like Vera. Like,
From what you described of Vera, yeah, I would say so. They're the highest
my
of the
gosh.
worshippers.
so like freedom fighters or like that was like a whole thing.
Well, there the similarities diverge a little bit. Yeah, I
Oh,
saw a
okay.
hand there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Leanne,
I'm just kind of curious. I haven't really. I mean, I've never really met a dark elf unless I maybe might have met a dark elf. Apparently,
Did you meet my mother in your timeline? Or
Yeah,
not?
very briefly.
Well, I mean, she was. I didn't know she was a dark elf most
Me
of my life, and
either.
it didn't really affect anything for me because I found out, and she was like, "Yep, so that's all you need to know," and then they never talked about it again.
I've only
Oh.
really heard stories about dark elves. They're not really allowed into the city.
I mean, they
That's a
shouldn't.
shame.
I mean, they kill people and make slaves, so I haven't really heard many
Slaves?
good things about.
That's a little reductive as well. It's a tad bit more complicated than that.
Is it?
Is not.
Explain the
It
intricacies
sounds
to me.
I mean, aren't they corrupt? I don't mean to be rude, but I was always told they're corrupted elves.
Corrupting. No, my mother is beautiful. I don't know about corrupted.
You
I
know,
mean, like
we're
the
at-
Just make sure
origin
they never take
story,
off that
right?
necklace they wear.
But I mean, she's just like the nicest person I've ever known. What does corrupted even mean at that point?
Okay. So, like, that's like the origin story of like what we're all told when we're little about like, them.
I wasn't told anything. I mean, I'm learning more from you now than I've ever known. She's
That sounds like an
incredible to me.
issue with your mom more than us, really. Like,
I'm surprised that she wouldn't be proud of that and tell you these things, but I gotta say, Petravian, I'm not sure why you'd want to keep this from Lovette.
Yeah, I mean, this
Because
is
when
incredible.
because unfortunately when our Lovette's mother, correct me if I'm wrong by the way, they wear a necklace all the time, right?
Yeah, she wears it
Yeah.
on the
That necklace,
glamour necklace.
that shields or hides them. If
Yeah,
I-
she explains this. It protects
okay.
her from scrying. She
your
said that it's
Lovette's-
because she wanted to get away from her political life.
Unfortunately, when our Lovette's mother's necklace broke, she
It
turned into a
broke
really
it?
giant drider. I think
Oh,
that's what
she
it's
was
called.
blessed then, wasn't she?
What is it, Ryder?
Isn't
Ooh,
isn't
just a
isn't a person who is turned to a drider or curse on a dark elf?
Yeah. Also,
Right.
did I have? Was there a transformation sequence at all in earlier? Johnny,
Yes, you turned into one.
I did. Okay, thank you.
Yes, that frame of reference exists. I'm just
Cool.
goading it out.
Thank you.
So they basically lost who they were because that which hungers.
I mind how you say that.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's a sacred
That's what
name.
they're called. That which hungers.
That's a sacred name. I'd appreciate it if you stopped throwing it about willy-nilly like that.
It's not throwing. I'm. Oh,
He seems to
what
just
would
do
you
this
prefer
with
me
names.
to call them?
This
Because that's
chicken
what,
is
that's
really
what they're
good.
called here. I call them Mellifera or Eden. It's what their name is.
Don't say it again. Just fine. My deity, the deity beneath. We know who you're talking about. Go. And also the fact that you're allowed to say these things, but I'm supposedly not. Shooting a sideways look at Liana. That's.
What? You're
I'm
allowed to
seeing
say
a
what-
side
Yeah,
of
what
you.
did...
I'm seeing a side of you that I don't like, Petravian. I really
I
am.
don't... I'm still kind of confused. So you're Lovette
Mm-hmm.
got Moira killed and broke her mother's amulet?
No.
Sounds
they,
like kind of
It wasn't
fuck
their
off.
fault. It was not their fault.
What happened? Who did it then?
As it was told to me, Marcus
He
kind of was their fault.
Petravian was there for the glamour necklace being shattered. That
Oh, I
happened
thought I
after
was
the
talking about
factory
Moira.
thing. Oh,
I mean,
Moira.
you're there for yeah.
Marcus.
Long
broke it.
roundabout story. It was Marcus's
I mean,
fault.
notably, you met Moira. You did meet her, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whose fault was it?
Yeah, I
Other-
don't really.
Like, you're not really giving us enough to like really.
I
like,
didn't-
It was-
why would
so-
Marcus was
Marcus
kind of a
kill Moira?
dunce, but like he was.
Yeah,
he was pretty
so-
harmless.
Was he like secretly sinister in this
No.
world?
Okay. So, from what I was told, Marcus messed with you were trying to fix the thing.
Right.
You didn't fix it quick enough, and from my understanding, Marcus, who was a shoot, what was it called?
Oh my God, Skrewy.
Sorry, thank you. Sorry,
It's
a
your own
lost
fucking
soul.
character.
Yeah, I shush.
If you look on the wiki,
Yeah,
go
a
on the-
shameless plug.
So I had this
He
character.
unfortunately
it was,
absorbed some of their soul, and
Wait,
in
Marcus
doing so,
lost his
kind of
soul? What happened to him?
How does one lose their soul?
Yeah, and he was not dead?
No, he was a lost soul. He turned
Well,
out
yeah,
to be
I mean, he had a few clues loose, but I don't know.
Ah.
Awful. That's so bad.
Thank you, everyone.
Hey,
It's
look at
been a
that,
good
great
run.
time.
That's it for
Take care, everyone. Good night.
It's been a good run.
Good night,
everybody.
folks.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I wasn't sure if I
Um,
should. I didn't even think
that
about it until I was
was-
halfway into it.
So bad.
It just
Bravo.
came naturally.
Bravo. Well done.
So, no, he ate part of Moira's soul. There was not much.
What?
They
Why?
took.
What the
I-
fuck?
This
Why
is
would
what
you
I
leave
do.
half of it uneaten?
Who was Malchus in this?
What a
world? He must
waste.
have been like a little guy.
He really was
Like-
just a little guy. Who
He was
cried
just a
lot.
weird guy. Well, he wasn't little to me, but he kept talking
In
about
any
how smart
in
he
any
was.
case,
He tried to seduce
when
me
they put
once.
when they tried to put her back together, there wasn't much there. There wasn't enough of her to be her, and it didn't go. Long story short, it didn't go well. Moira, it.
You know, I kind of think I
This-
should not get the long story short version.
Yeah, this sounds really complicated.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sound like a short. There's a short version of it.
No, there's really not a really good short version.
So let's start
Suffice
from the
it to say-
beginning. How did Malchus lose his soul?
Yeah.
He didn't lose his soul. He was a lost soul.
Well,
He just
the fuck
okay.
ate
is
the
that?
soul. He just ate the soul of another.
You know, talking
Being
louder
and-
doesn't actually make us understand you better.
Why did he? Okay, so like he was more like depressed in this world. Is that what you're getting at? You keep saying he was a lost soul. Like, is that
Ooh,
like,
depression is pretty bad. I experience that daily.
it's bad? Yeah.
Karis,
I've been to some pretty dark
what do
places. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Would you? You know what a lost soul is, correct?
I mean, sure. Yeah.
What would you describe a lost soul as?
Like an undead
Oh,
creature
this is
that
like a
is a
town.
projection of a necromancer. Like, as far as I'm aware, they're created by when a necromancer can shed off part of their own soul to act as a helper or assistant. It's kind of like a familiar, sort of, but instead of still being connected to them directly, it's fully severed off, but it still follows orders and does a task for them, and then it goes around and it consumes other creatures' souls, things like that. They're pretty nasty and really hard to make, and even harder to control properly. Only really powerful people ever make them, but at the same time, the people that kind of make those things are universally awful. So
Yes.
they're terrible things. They're terrible creatures, and the people that make them are even worse.
So your Malchus was like palt, super evil necromancer.
Yeah.
Was he a
Um,
halfling? Was that the other
No,
power?
he just had this. He just
No?
consumed the soul of a halfling and forgot who he was, and took on the whole persona of a
What did
this
these
mark- of
souls
this-
look like?
kind of like a walking shadow.
And he just thought he was a halfling, and everyone just accepted it.
Well, he looked like a halfling.
I thought you said he looked like a shadow, like a
Right, you
halfling
did say
shadow.
walk in shadow.
No, lost soul looks like a shadow. Marcus looked like from my understanding, looked like a halfling.
What
So was he
Malchus?
So he
a
wasn't a
lost soul
halfling.
or was he a Marcus?
He was both.
What?
I don't understand.
He was a last halfling?
This seems like way above any pay grade that I never had.
Yeah,
Seriously,
but
I
at the same time, Marcus didn't really know what he was, and he was a really great guy. To his
Mhm.
credit, he was super nice, and
Yeah, other than the
helpful
flirting
and-
part, he was nice.
I mean, I thought he was heroic.
Oh, that's
was
right. He
beautiful.
was cool for you, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't
he
believe he wasn't for
was-
anyone else.
I mean, he was
And-
fine. He wasn't like
It's just a bit of like a, a schmoozer,
It's just
Yeah.
making fun of Skrewy, the mini campaign.
No, like
We love you,
obviously,
Skrewy.
as
Seriously.
much as any of us, right? I mean, I don't know. He healed us a lot, which is good because we would have. I mean, our toys also healed us about as much.
I mean, which was really weird because he shouldn't have been able to do that, right?
I don't know why.
He's a lost soul. He shouldn't have had connections to Eden.
You keep saying it like we're supposed to know what that means.
But I mean, I kind of get it now. Yeah, I guess that's weird.
Honestly, he sounds like I would have got on with him fairly well. We sound like we have quite a lot in common. And he hailed.
Was he from another planet in your world?
Oh man, what?
Yeah, he talked about how he was from
yeah,
another
I don't
planet.
know. I
all the
wasn't
time.
there.
No. That's
This is just
crazy
getting
talk.
So weird.
It was really weird.
He was
yeah.
married when I met him.
He talked
was-
about being married, and he was very flippant about it. He would engage in salacious activities with other halflings, and then comment on how he was married afterwards. And it was like, what the
I mean,
fuck?
to be fair, you felt so bad about him sacrificing himself that you made a Sim.
What's a Simpson?
No, it looked like them, but it was a mechanical version of them.
Aren't
So a
you breaking those
construct?
timeline rules of yours
No.
again by telling
mean
them?
Simulacrum?
Snell?
Hey, that's the
What?
word.
Are you saying
that
like
is, but that's the word.
a mechanical, like a copy of a person?
That's a little
Yes.
fucked up, don't you
That
think?
is fucked up. Who would
Yeah.
make something like that?
You did.
No, I would never do something like that. That's
Never.
You
fucked.
didn't just make one.
Why would I do something like that?
You didn't just make one. You made two.
This is what I'm saying. I'm just
Two
saying that
Malcuses? I barely no. one of them.
No,
it
you
just seems like
made a
everyone in
second
this
one.
world just does terrible things.
Yeah,
All the
it
time.
seems like this is the one where everyone makes all
No,
these shitty decisions.
You felt so bad about Moira dying that
Oh, well, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Whew. Drinking water at the wrong time.
I kind of feel like this is the. Yeah, you're right, Lady Liana. This is the world where everything went. Sorry, Lady Lyeecia. This is the world where everything just went wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like
I
both
mean, we're
of yours
still
sound
around,
fine.
aren't we? We're still here. We're still kicking.
Who's
Yeah,
we?
you are.
Aren't you like
what
the
happened
last
to
dude?
me? Well,
Yeah,
yeah, the Lovette is dead.
Age.
That's what your weird mind space friend said.
Yeah. I'm old.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying it doesn't really sound like everything's good if you're the only one here.
Right.
Because everyone's old and they died.
He died. That's just here. Bit
You
of
know,
a shame, but
You
alright.
definitely feel like a
I just-
person who would like try to live forever. Like not in the bad way, if that makes sense. You know, like someone
Right,
who's like got
thank you.
enough gumption to like just like do
Yeah,
that.
I like
So
living.
Lovette in this timeline
Who
is
doesn't?
dead already?
Well, you would know.
No, they're. This is outside of my
Where
knowledge.
was she
'cause I'm-
buried?
No, they are not buried. They are in
She's
some
not
sort of
buried.
machine.
Ugh.
They buried me in a machine? Who did that?
Is that like
no.
ooh, maybe it was in your
There-
will, like bury me in my machines.
You
Are
remember how
they
you
in
said
one of the
something about
machines that they
creating
made
souls?
with a soul? Are they in the simulacrum? Because that's more
Ooh,
information
No,
than
that's
I
a
remember how
little
you
fucked
needed.
remember how
up.
I said you wanted to, you made the simulacrums, and you mentioned a while ago about making souls.
Yeah.
Well, you got some guidance on making some sort of machine that would do that for machines.
From who? I swear to all of the gods, if you say Horus Vistel, I am going to smack.
He was just about to
Ooh.
ask, actually. Have they done it already? I bet they have, haven't they?
What if you
No.
married Horace Vistel in this world?
No,
Ooh.
shut up.
I'm so
Um,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
My
It's just
apologies.
so
I
out
don't
there.
remember. I don't remember the name of them.
It's Horus
don't-
Vistel.
It is Horus Vistel. Okay.
No, it's not
Okay,
Horus Vistel.
I'm
it's
Oh my
Voska.
god, no.
Voska. Thank you. It was
Dear
Voska. Thank you.
Lord.
I'm not.
I
I'm not
don't-
gonna
I
let.
did-
I'm not gonna let Xeno poison the well like this.
Here's
Not
another
this
you-
time.
checkpoint
No, you
where
got
like
the-
Skrewy doesn't pay attention to any other character other than his own. Check.
No, you got
I'll-
the
I'll-
you got the soul machine from Horus Vistel though.
Mhm.
You know, that's true. We did get part
Yep.
of it from Horse Festival.
Yeah,
Yep.
Shit.
The horse
Well, I
pistol
mean-
saved us.
yeah. Horse pistol safe. Well, no. Vasta.
Can't even see it.
Who's Vosta?
Screwy, it's on the wiki. Voska, V-O-S-K-A.
Voska. So,
Love you, buddy.
We love you, mate. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to give you shit.
Voska.
Voska.
have us
I-
drink.
Voska, you're good.
Remember,
Voska.
you made
There
fun
are a
of
lot
Quest
of
for
gods,
Camelot.
to be fair.
It's true. I made too many. No, I didn't make enough yet. There will be more.
Oh, nice. Can we kill some more of them?
Have you killed any of them?
Not yet.
Dun dun
Not yet.
dun.
No. But you're in the Lovette from this timeline. It is in some machine somewhere with the goal of making souls. Well, for Archie and
What?
other constructs.
What the fuck?
Making a sword for Archie. Wait, why? What happened to his sword?
Yeah, you said that he grew one by himself, didn't
Well,
you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought he grew on soul, like on his own.
Which is pretty damn cool.
No,
It's incredible.
they started to revert to a more basic state.
You're
stopped-
basic.
They started calling you
Uh-oh.
master.
Uh-oh,
They-
I should watch out for this, I guess. How is this
Yeah.
device made then? Who did she make it, please? You said Voska,
It's just a quiz on what
Is it
Skrewy
good?
actually remembers.
That's this whole that's this whole thing. No, legit though. Petravian wouldn't know any of that shit.
That is true. He has no idea how that shit was built.
No, I don't expect him. I expect him to answer.
springs
or no.
and gears.
And you remember where we got the pieces? Because we had to go on like quests to get them.
That
And we watched.
Yes.
Because we went to Horse Whistle to get the pieces. We gave them to
that's for the
Karis.
soul sucky device. That's
Oh,
not
are we
for.
talking about that?
No.
Or we're talking before.
Yeah, that's right. The SSD was the Horse Pistol one.
Yeah.
Lovette's thing was just her and Voska.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
They built it direct.
Gotcha.
It was made with springs and gears.
That's right.
Wow,
I-
descriptive.
okay,
Santa
yeah,
Claus.
I guess.
Listen, I'm
Well, I mean,
not.
how is it? If Lovette is gone, who's running the business?
Your assistant, I think.
I have an assistant? You
Yes.
said Moira. You said Moira, but she's. Is it like
No.
the similar?
Different assistant. Didn't catch
Why?
you.
Why did your
Different
face
assistant.
do that? Like your like lips went over your gums for a second there. That's a. You know, like a horse.
Centaurs see that and get horribly offended.
They're
It's like
not
the middle
horses!
finger to them.
I know. I have to wonder what they're making of all of this. Like fucking two-legged. Jesus Christ, the drama.
I mean, they're just happy to be alive right now.
Fair enough.
They're busy burying their dead.
Yeah, it's been a rough day. A
Skill
lot
issue.
more people died on accident than probably should have.
Moral of all of this, Lovette, is that your lineage is complicated, at least from my knowledge. Tread carefully.
Yeah, I feel like
please.
there's a lot more to it than going on in this conversation than just that. So what makes it so? I mean, I understand
Mostly
that
because
loyalty
of-
is complicated. I
Well,
realize
it's
that
more
there's sort of
so
an implicit
how-
sort of immorality.
I don't want. If your mother takes off that necklace, she is
I've never
found.
seen her do that except one
and-
time.
Much like how Kurla transformed into the spider thing. So too
Thing.
will she, but she will lose who she is, meant in her mind. She won't be your mother anymore.
I'm just
least-
confused as to why she'd be hiding from our deity.
Because she wanted a different life.
I don't
That's not
understand why
her
you're
decision
talking
to
to me
make,
like I'm a
though.
child. Yeah, okay. I don't. Why would? But I mean, Kurla turned back. Like
She couldn't.
Alright. Well, you don't know why it is, though?
Why she couldn't turn back?
Yeah.
Her role was as a priestess, I believe.
That's not answering the question.
Well, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Let him
and they
dig
were
a hole.
supposed to
Okay.
stay.
I'll let him cook.
I'm trying.
I mean, no, you're not wrong so far. You're fine.
Go, go,
I don't know,
go,
you're
just
fine.
go.
Fine,
This is
fine.
accurate.
They were a priestess of. And he looks at Kurla. How do I? How would you,
You
like
can
me
just
to...
say they were a priestess. We know who you're talking about. I
They
mean,
were
Lovette, you know
priestess.
who he's talking
They
about.
did not
right?
want to
I
be a
think
priestess.
so. I keep saying
they
they.
fled.
And my mother is she.
Oh, my apologies. I just normally just say they.
I've noticed that. I didn't
It's
know
all
if there was like a
encompassing.
thing that you do.
She fled. Don't know why, but she fled. She did not. Maybe she did not want to be a priestess anymore.
Why would she not want
And
to be?
unfortunately, that, from my understanding, broke a promise. But
Pretty
with
big
that
one.
necklace, she was able to hide. And once the necklace was broken, she was, for lack of a better term, punished. And turned into the basically the Drider. I mean, they were an enormous one, so no offense to you, Kurla, but I think they were a little bit bigger.
Is it the
Why
they
do you
lost
think
who
that
they were.
size is important? That says something about your psychology.
I. So, Kurla, is there like a rule against like marrying gnomes? Because perhaps it is it. Perhaps that's why.
I mean,
Like, if my mother gave up royalty to fall in love and run away on adventures with my father, I wouldn't really. That doesn't sound so bad.
I think it was the running away part that would have done it.
Well, I
They-
mean, but they would need. Would they need to run away?
They didn't really talk about her, and I'm a little baffled as to why anyone would leave. I have trouble wrapping my head around that.
Well,
But clearly,
as-
our deity never stopped caring about her. If it brought her. I'm sorry, you were saying, Liana?
I'm just saying, as someone who had like a big responsibility and kind of sort of ran away from it, I feel like there could be a lot of pressure, and maybe you feel like really holed up in one thing and you just want to see the big wide world and experience things that you never thought you could experience, and then all of it ends up really badly. But
There it is. There it is. All of it ends up really
yeah,
badly.
but no one tells you that. I mean, except for your parents, but they suck.
I don't think things ended badly for my mother. I mean, I live with her and my father.
Yeah,
and
not for
we are-
your world, apparently.
I guess not. Sounds like when I get back to my world, I should find where the rest of my family is and then maybe talk things over, or maybe I can smooth it out.
I would be careful going down there without a guide. It can get a little dicey, but
No,
I
where
would go in
find
with
a guide?
I mean, if I exist there, you might want to find me.
Or
I-
would they find you?
I get around quite a bit.
That's not gonna make it very easy.
I apologize. I don't know. I don't know where I would be in your world, but
Well, I'll
if
try, but
if you hang out, there's this one area, and you're gonna have to help me here. I cannot recall where it was that had the opening to this, where
That would be in
slaves were so
Vatra.
often caught. That was in Vatra.
Mhm.
Thank you. There's this one area of Vatra. I'm so glad that I can remember that. It's like I've got a steel trap for a memory. There's this one area of Vatra. If you head there and just sort of wait for a while, you'll probably be found by some dark elves. There's a good chance, and they would be delighted to meet you. I'm quite sure.
Correct
Okay.
me if when we were down there,
Mhm.
did Lovette divulge to me to Petravian the deal, like I remember, I know why like basically picked up, snatched, and they were going to be railroaded, or they were going to be fast-tracked back basically into what their mother's position was. Did they ever divulge that to Petravian, or was that I mean,
I'm
all I
not sure if
remember
I
don't
is...
understand your
remember-
question,
So
but
you're just
Lovette
asking if
explained
Lovette...
everything eventually.
Yeah.
Like by the time everything was
Okay,
done, she did
okay.
explain everything.
So Petravian would be like, I'd be careful going down there. The time when we did, we were kind of Lovette and all of us were kind of snatched up, and you had to make a choice: stay or have all of your dark elf heritage taken from you.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's weird. Kind of
Aye, very weird.
cool. I
And
mean,
So-
when we said we would
What-
leave,
what
we
you-
man,
were
that would have been nice to know. Like 40 years ago, I got made fun of for that when I was growing up.
I mean, would have knowing that actually have helped? Like, I mean, I feel like there can be said like little situations where you could be like, "Don't bully me," because I'm actually royalty. Like, no one would actually believe you if you said something like that.
wouldn't that get you
anyways,
beaten
know?
up more?
No, I just
Right,
mean if
that
they
would
took
just
it
get you.
away. If they just made me a gnome.
I mean, it always
Oh.
stop people from harassing me.
What?
Did it really? Wow,
Well, yeah.
that's Did you get the harassed for being a half elf too?
Oh no, I mean, I understand why that happens.
What?
No, I mean, yeah, because like
There's
people
nothing
call
wrong
you
with you being
Lady,
half-elf.
Lady Long Legs too.
Whoa, that is what the fuck, man. Kids are mean. I didn't spend a lot of time
Really?
with kids.
I can
No,
assure you, if you'd grown up downstairs, no one would have given you any crap. Not even a tiny bit.
Really?
Oh,
People get along that well.
I think you could do very well there.
But I have to stay, or they take away my. Is it like what?
I
It's
can't speak
weird.
to what happened in this world and whatever.
That's
I can't necessarily trust
take
whatever
that with a grain of
Petravian-
salt. That's basically what happened to us, or to
Do you
this
think?
world's Lovette.
Oh, is my mother half elf and half spider, and they found out about her? They took the elf part away, and she turned into the spider.
No.
Right, that
Um,
doesn't quite sound.
Long,
Heritages
long
sound
story.
complicated.
Hmm.
I mean, oddly enough, it it took a lot, but they were given the ability to come back, and as your mother, that is, she was able to retain
They let her
who
back.
mentally she was eventually through no short effort on your part, on this world's Lovette's part, was able to retain who they were mentally.
I think that's good. Like, oh, yeah, good. I mean, good that she did not fuck up everything. I guess.
I can't speak to how things in your world might be versus here, but I really do think that you would do well down there to reconnect with your relatives. That spark
I
in
have
you
to
that
think
I
about
saw
it.
it's something that needs to be put to use.
Oh, that sounds a
You
little
could make
scary
some-
when you put it that way.
No, there's
Needs
you
to
just
put to use.
you
for
like
what?
making things, right?
I
You
do
like
making
building.
things.
You could build wonders with it.
Yeah, I mean, if they're still doing slavery, it seems like it's obvious they're trying to move over to automation. I will have
Yeah.
to help with that.
You throw that word around, and it's
Oh yes, is it more like an indentured servitude sort of thing, or maybe
Isn't that
like
what a slave is?
Well, I mean, there's like I don't know. There's a contract involved with it.
Does that make it better?
Well, you have to sign the contract.
Oh my
There's paperwork
god.
involved. Okay.
Yeah,
we're
you have like
coming at this.
Oh my god.
This
That's-
version of Lovette's still a Shamish worshiper,
Christ.
okay?
We're coming at this with very different value systems, and I'm not sure it's best to dig into that, but I think if you spent time there, you would come to understand that there are good reasons why things are done the way that they're done. And if you didn't like the way things were done down there, your gift is such that you could be part of making a change. You could build something different.
Wow, this sounds great.
I mean, you're married, right? You got a ring on. You're married?
Of course, yes.
I mean, as long as your like wife is cool with it, I feel like
Well,
that's
of course, I wouldn't move her out without my law.
Everyone is welcome down there.
Yeah, we could like plunge the business down and maybe start a new branch.
All are welcome.
Hmm.
The way you put that doesn't
That was a little weird. A
reassure
little creepy,
me.
to be honest. I
Yeah.
feel like that was a little.
I'm
itsy-bitsy
sorry. I
creepy.
have a lot of love in my heart for my
Yeah.
society, the society that took me in,
Mm.
and for my deity. So it can be a little bit intense. I apologize, not trying to creep anyone out.
Oh, trust me, I knew Vera. I understand intense.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
If-
unintentionally creepy.
Yeah, if I get a little bit too, just let me know and I'll dial it back a little bit because
Yeah.
All
Just
All good.
seems like it's not exactly the nicest folks from what I've
Yeah, I've
seen
never
and
really
read.
heard good things.
What have you held?
I mean that there's a society of despotic slavers that
Mm-hmm.
create hellish conditions for people and torture them for sport.
Yeah, but
It
the same
seems
things
as
can
though
be
that
said
they
as the
can-
Proteans. No?
Do you see me defending the Proteans?
Well, I know, but we're a company with the Petravian here.
Yeah, but Petravian left them because they were terrible.
Is
At least
that
my
the place?
Petra did.
Sorry, I just assumed because of your name. That's kind of appropriate. Sorry about
What? I'm
that.
gonna change. What? I changed my name just because some empire.
Just
is a
because
bunch
your
of
whole
assholes?
society was terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
that actually is a decent point Lovette brings up. You probably could have gotten away with changing your name a little bit.
I mean, I just didn't
Eh.
think about it.
It's a fair stance to have, actually.
I would say it's the name I was given. There's no reason to change it. It is who I am.
I mean, my mother kept her name.
I choose to only use a part of my name, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a royal name's really important to have. I feel like you
Yes.
should chase that. It would give you
we didn't
something.
we didn't even do the last name thing in my village.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah, you
didn't do
could
a lot
be.
in my village.
You could change your name to Petra Callan or something.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're done eating, aren't we? And Vera's gonna hit the artifact again. It's gonna glow and retract back on itself, basically bringing in all the seating, the table, the food back within.
oh wow.
We've
Thank
got to
you
get one
again,
of those.
Lyeecia.
That's so cool. Yeah, thank
It
you.
looked delicious.
It was. Mmm.
You just imagine now Lovette feeding Petra table scraps like a fucking dog.
Yo, you can have some of mine.
Well, now you're the one who hungers. That's what you get for taking my lord's name in vain. I apologize. That
Just
was a
at
little
least
bit
in,
petty
at
of me.
least in
It's a
this
sore spot.
dimension, at least in this timeline, the deity that our Kurla worship. Well, they didn't worship. This timeline was rather vindictive.
We don't see it.
No, I don't think you would. When
Oh, that
our-
came out very respectfully.
Well, no, because in this timeline, when our Kurla renounced your deity, they were left rather. Their legs were turned into well, spider's legs, if I recall. Yeah.
Oh, you
And-
should come to me. I could have made new legs for them.
Why would you call that vindictive? I would call that a parting gift.
Okay, yes, that was a parting gift.
That's a sign of love, even for someone turning away from our deity. That's... God, the generosity there. It's
I will
beautiful.
say respectfully, I have a different viewpoint than.
I mean, what was your... I can't imagine your Kurla. I'm having real trouble. I don't know who I would be without my faith.
Hmm.
Without my deity having come into my life. I can't. Were they... did you get on with them?
Of course.
What kind of getting
Well-
out are we talking about?
No, not in that way.
That's not what I was talking about. Again, your mind, just get it out of the gutter, mate.
We have fun times in the gutter.
What the fuck?
You're
Are you? How
kind
much
of-
wine did you have?
creeping me out, Petra.
Apparently too much.
Hmm.
Kurla, you seem like a very faithful person.
That's true.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
although
that.
I'm like not really a thing for any gods, just a personal thing, right? Really glad it's working out for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, like
I've
what it's
never
worth, yeah.
heard of your deity before, so I'm fascinated to learn more.
I don't tend to use its name. It's sort of a
Yeah, and
Like a
then
respect
private
thing?
thing. But they would be known... Forgive me, Lord. They would be known as that which hungers in I think most circles upstairs.
I did hear that once. Book said that name to us once.
And as Petravian
that's it.
described a little bit reductively, yes, they are a giant spider. It's the form that they take
Really?
in this
Like an
world.
actual spider? That's incredible.
Oh,
That's one way of putting it.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
so
okay.
it is less scary. I know Bella didn't like spiders.
Oh, sorry. I apologize, Leanna. You didn't like the spider thing, did you?
I'm fine. Lyeecia seems a little uncomfortable, right?
Oh, sorry, my lady Lyeecia. I apologize there.
Sorry, I'm just not good around bugs.
Does
That's fair.
Technically not a bug.
does that
but
which?
okay.
I'm sorry. Does your deity have anything to do with the beavers?
The beavers.
With the beavers, the ones
the
that
weavers?
build dams, and
No,
maybe-
it's the ones that weave in the ones that shit eggs in your mouth.
Would I know that? Would that be part of doctrine that I would have picked up?
Beardy. I mean,
Would weavers be discussed in the
I'm not sure.
formal circles of that which hungers worship?
I would imagine
Probably not because they were
No.
failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Mhm.
bit of a sore spot,
Okay.
Right.
and it's definitely something that which hungers would not talk
Why would I
about.
tell
I
people of
imagine
my
it's a
failures?
cover-up operation.
And neither would the high
No!
priestesses. Okay.
The dark elves are my children.
Yeah,
They're the only
exactly.
ones I've made.
yes.
That's what I
No one
figured.
else.
Yeah, we
Yep.
won that war.
Exactly.
We won.
Oh.
Go team.
Exactly.
Downstairs will rise again. The
Downstairs.
weavers. I mean, that's an odd kind of term to use, but I guess
Yeah,
weaving
they're
silk. I'm not familiar with what are the weavers.
They're like spider people, so I thought maybe they had to do with a spider deity. They're pretty awful,
Mhm.
honestly. That's my personal experience.
Not
Um,
ones that I'm aware of. I can ask next
it's
time
been
I
like-
have a word if you'd like.
It's been like 2 decades, and I still sometimes get nightmares about them. But we ran through them one time. But yeah. Well, no. I mean, this sounds good. Sounds like if they don't have anything to do with it, that's great. Good.
Not to my knowledge. I
Cool.
mean,
Different spider deity. Maybe this probably. I'm guessing it's like that which hungers for the pests in your home, kind of hunger.
I couldn't
Causes
tell you.
them, like, hungers for your children, like the weevils did.
I'm just glad I'm not hungry. Again, amazing food. Thank you,
Yeah,
Lyeecia.
honey.
Great food.
Maybe we
Lady
shouldn't
did-
talk about spiders. She seems a little uncomfortable.
Right, yeah.
sorry.
Let's move on. I mean, who, if not that deity, then who the hell did Kurla worship?
Yeah, that is a good question.
I'm still not clear
Yeah.
on that.
But
And how the hell is it that I'm
might
so different from them?
They chose not to consume meat.
Okay, so
That's
what?
it?
Who's is that? That's their face.
So they're a vegetarian?
They
The
were.
difference
No,
between
they
your
just
the only
vegetarian?
meat they did, I take that back. The only meat they did consume was rotten.
Ew.
So-
That is such a strange. All the rest of you had such major divergences, and mine was just that
I was
I'm
gonna say,
not a vegetarian, and they were. I don't
They
get.
they
oh.
worship
very fair.
rotten meat.
They basically rejected, what as you would call
Good
them, the
cuisine?
gifts. They had the gifts of. They were bestowed with the gifts from your deity, and they chose to reject it completely, but only using it to heal.
Forgive me if they were, your friend, but they sound like a fucking idiot.
They were a good person. Please don't.
Does
They
that-
were
Please
given
don't besmirch
healing
them that way.
powers while actively rejecting their own deity.
That's bizarre.
What kind of cleric is that?
Well, as I mentioned, they eventually separated from.
Spider Mickey.
Ugh.
Spider McGee.
I
Thank
don't
you.
get it.
They eventually separated and chose a different deity.
I can't imagine that. I just can't wrap
Pretty
my head
big.
around it.
Yeah.
I can't even
Who
remember
did
the
they
name.
pick? Who did they fucking pick, Skrewy?
The deity of the moon, and I can't remember
It's
the
so
name.
easy.
If only it
That's-
sounded
Yeah.
like
Yeah, if only it sounded
Luna?
like a moon deity's
No.
name with a single syllable added to it. That would
Lunaris?
be really
I don't
convenient.
know.
Balloona.
I'm
Balloona.
sorry.
You're good. You're
Balloona,
good.
Thank
You're
you.
good, mate. You're fine.
Sorry.
No,
I
this
didn't know there
world's
was gonna be a
war.
quiz.
I mean, you could have known. That's definitely what we walked into this episode with the air of. But I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it to be Quiz Petra.
Hey.
Balloona, really? Wait, was your color like a changeling?
Ooh, that is very. No, that's only historically. They're all dead anyways.
The changeling?
I mean, everyone's dead technically, but for me. But before, I'm pretty sure they were like,
I mean, maybe I've never met any, but I.
exactly. I
Like
mean, I guess you
books.
wouldn't know, but still.
Valuna makes a certain sense. I mean, she is Verla's favorite, but or she was the last time I saw her, anyway. But that's
What's it like having a sibling? I always wanted one when I was little.
Yeah.
ah,
I'm curious.
I grew up alone, I mean, I'm an only child,
I miss her terribly. I haven't seen her in decades, but I love her so much still. My
Decades,
little
that's
sister
a long
Verla, she
time
was
to not see a sibling.
yeah.
You should probably reconnect with her.
I want to. I do. I think she needs a little bit of space and time, but I know that eventually our paths will come back together, and she'll understand better some of the choices and paths that I've taken. Right now, I think that she and my mother need a bit of. They still need their privacy, and I want to respect that.
Oh, okay.
But no, having a sister. Growing up, we were two peas in a pod.
Oh,
we had
I'm
some.
oh, sorry. I didn't mean to yawn. It is getting
You're
late
fine.
though. I'm a little sleepy. We've just been talking for hours,
That's true. Should we maybe turn in?
Yeah, I don't really know how much
did
use we
you-
can get from just talking about worse versions of ourselves.
Turn into what?
I mean, we can go back to the original aspect. If you need to take a piece of one of the crystals that is on me, if you think that might be a hope, that would
Oh
help.
my god.
Started here?
Is it? We've
A
we're
long,
so far off.
winding road, I think, started with that first step.
Okay,
Gotcha.
I need you to hold still. I mean, in a moment. I'm gonna go get a chisel.
And
Brings back a
No, no, they're tired. They're back at home.
And with the party slowly yanking a crystal piece off of Petravian's arm and maybe settling down for the night, that is where we are going to take our break for the evening. See you all soon. Hello, checkers and pleasers. We are back to the Legends of Aedron, The Last Favor.
Ooh.
Previously, before the break, we spent a little time around a campfire getting to know each other's peculiarities, one might say. Mistakes that others might have made. Choices, decisions, all of the above, really. But as we return to these people coming back in, we see them awaken in the morning light. The sun just barely on the horizon over the red plains. And slowly, one by one, you all awaken early in the morning, knowing what you need to do. Or at least I think so. I'm not so sure. I can't fully
Right.
speak to.
Well, what do I
Cough or
do?
something.
I've got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
First off, may we submit rests, please?
Of course. Yay.
Thank you.
If
Secondly,
I said
what-
you spent the night, you're good.
Okay, well, thank you. Secondly, were we successful in pulling some of Petravian off him?
Yeah, Petravian, give me a con save, by the way.
Oh, good. Yeah, gotta love when you pull off Petravian.
No, we don't.
I'm gonna do this. There you go.
So, it looks like he almost fainted when you carved off a section of his crystal. He stayed there, and it looks like maybe he pretended like he didn't look that as bad as he did, but you definitely saw like that wooziness where your eyes start to roll back a little bit.
Are you okay, buddy?
Oh, fine.
No, are you seriously?
No, it's good if it's for
No,
if
that's
it's for the
not.
good of the.
Okay, can we get a heal over here?
I-
Yeah,
I will.
If this was all last night, then Kurla would have cast Regenerate as soon as the piece was sliced off.
No.
Which presumably
Doesn't
would have
grow
regrown
back
in
bigger.
in a normal way.
The color's a little different when it grows back.
Oh.
Just different magic. Don't worry about it.
Different number of eyes.
Does it look
I
sort
don't
of
like
more,
that.
more
I
red
don't
and
like
black?
that.
It's more red, definitely. It's
Ooh.
less of an amberish yellow and more of
Oh
a
dear.
bloody red color.
Dear, oh dear,
But
oh
I
dear.
mean, reds and oranges and yellows, they're all warm colors. Who can tell the difference, really, unless you look at them like...
I can't.
It's all just a bunch of bug magic
That's
anyway.
true!
I fucking
yeah.
can't.
Yeah. A lot of magic from creatures that have more than 2 legs.
Oh boy.
Fucking weird bug wizards.
Yeah.
Bug
wizard.
True. Bees, spiders, centaurs.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Gross.
Seriously. Well, I
What-
guess.
Are centaurs insects?
Have you ever seen a centaur and insect at the same time?
Yes?
Oh god.
Coincidence.
Nah, I haven't seen any centaurs yet. So, holy shit, you're right.
Alright.
So, does that help?
Well,
No, this is all still last night, right?
That was last
Yeah,
night,
'cause-
so...
Okay.
Yeah, so we wake up in the morning.
Lovette, could you give me like spellcrafting and engineering for this one?
You got it. Let's start with the engineering. No, let's start with. Oh, they're the same. The same modifier.
Oh, ooh.
So neither will make me feel better about myself. Oh, okay. So it's a 44 and a 41.
You don't feel better about yourself for that? You feel
Well,
good? You don't feel
I wanted
good?
to make sure. I wanted to roll the bad one first, so then if I rolled poorly, I could feel better on the second roll that they were both good.
Yeah, they
I'm
were
fairly
good.
certain there's not a single roll that I could do that comes anywhere close to where anybody's just rolling like mid right now. So, yeah.
For engineering,
For anything,
I mean,
I'm fairly certain I
level
have
20
no like
characters.
how everyone's like 20s and everything. Okay, perception, but that's
What about
only that, I'm
athletics?
fairly certain. Athletics, acrobatics.
Or no, that's right. It's separated. No, isn't it athletics? No, it's not.
Acrobatics.
Climb.
Athletics, I
And-
believe, is 5e, my dear.
Yeah, it's just climb and
Yeah.
swim in this.
I mean,
isn't it?
okay, acrobatics and climb 18 and 20s plus 20. So I mean, okay, fair, but still, y'all is
Draven just
smart
does a
people.
random somersault in the air.
Woo! Anyways, nonetheless. So,
Yes.
Lovette, I imagine, just based on knowing Lovette well enough, you kind of stayed up and worked on it before going to
Mhm.
sleep.
Mhm.
So, doing several experiments, testing out the durability, the hardness scale of the gems and such, and what it can do, you got inspiration from Lyeecia using that tone to shatter them, and found that there is almost a frequency, which was kind of alluded to you from the Repletti to begin with, that there was something similar. And when you kind of hit almost like this tuning fork like device that you kind of make makeshift wise while working on it, you realize that tone, there's something that kind of reflects whatever the crystals that were left behind. Although in shards and not really significant anymore, you almost hear a pitch. It's very quiet, but it all resonates through the other crystals around. Like they obeyed it. There's some sort of resonance that
Could I build a tuning fork that goes to this specific resonance so that we could detect it from a distance? We could use it like a tracker.
it'll take you a little bit, but you think you could do it.
Okay.
Now, heading off to Koth right now probably isn't going to help, but maybe the night after, you might be able to do something.
We'll see if it's relevant for that long.
We'll see. So, you make a discovery that there's some sort of connection between Petravian's crystals and the crystals that the Repletti brought into this world. You head to bed after?
That's suspicious.
Yeah, presumably.
Okay. Well,
Get Archie's thoughts on the situation and then go to bed as per usual.
he states that it's very peculiar that, like, another world would have crystals that are like Petravian. However, since he doesn't know the origins of Petravian's crystals, really, he doesn't have too much input other than that's pretty strange and we should look out for that.
It is strange. That's a good point. I'm going to sleep on that.
He offers you a hug before going to bed.
Oh, of course. Give a hug.
He'll
Huggy
he'll
wuggies.
hug you and kind of like do a little cradle motion for a moment, and then he'll straighten up like he's trying to be respectful too, and put you down. But he just looks like he's admiring you, and then gives you a little pat on your head, and then scoop. Goes up in his little
Dude.
fall form.
It's not even patronizing. I'm happy for it.
Oh no, he just loves you.
Mm-hmm. I do the same thing when he's in ball form.
Exactly.
Precious boy.
But you all eventually wake up with the dawn of the next day.
What's a good respectful distance from the centaurs to be to have slept?
How far can you be?
Yeah.
Let's say,
Meanwhile,
like,
in Oxidor,
let's say 30 feet is a respectful distance.
so Kurla wakes up on the northern continent, and all right, yeah, from Kurla will be stretching 30 feet away from everyone else.
Petravian will actually be doing some morning prayers and planting a tree.
Oh, excuse me. Good morning, everyone. I will say as I walk up.
Good morning. Oh, I haven't slept on the ground in a while.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable, is it?
No.
Oh, it's invigorating.
If
Kind
you
of.
say so.
I
That's
miss
one word for it.
adventuring. This is great. I found out some weird shit last night.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
think we
I
all
might be
did.
able to
but-
track this alternate, this person that we are, this general character. I need some time to put something together, so I think we need to get moving now.
That's still really well done, though. Good work.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, it's just about the properties of the costume itself. Where did you get? Okay, so asking where you got your arm, I guess, is kind of a weird question.
No. It was
It's not. Okay.
it was a gift, I guess.
All right. Yeah, that was definitely not the answer I would have expected. But from who?
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, yeah.
You okay, Kenny?
You're good.
Okay,
You're
I thought
you're absolutely fine.
I thought you were laughing. Yeah, no, it was a gift.
From whom?
So
Be careful how you answer this.
I think I got this. So one of the times that I died was at the hands of my brother. In trying to save me, Vera, my Vera,
I mean, I'm not
from my
Farah.
I was dead at the time, so I really couldn't say no. They basically
Who gave
poured
you the
a
arm?
large
Okay.
amount of royal honey down my throat.
Bella did?
Yeah.
So
And
this came from Bella?
no, the royal honey was supposed to save me. And it did. But
Okay, this
I-
time short version's great. Which was the shortest version we got? 'cause I'm all
basically all the royal honey was too much for my lowly mortal
Okay,
body
now
to
the
handle.
short version is
The
just who? Who
uh,
gave you arm? Who's the gift from?
combination of deity power from Malifera, but formed by Eden.
Oh fuck, that's like the least helpful answer you could have possibly given. Oh fuck. I don't know how we
Why?
can use that. Because I don't know how we can use that. Eden is everywhere. Like,
Just do
Well,
the best
do
you
we-
can with it.
It was You okay?
I'm trying to figure out this
The answer's
reaction
wrong
is.
too.
I'm trying to read this reaction.
Yeah,
from Kenny.
I'm blown away. Do
What?
you want to share with the class, Kenny?
I just that Eden's involved at all.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
For the crystals, right?
Well, I mean, the crystals were basically how they were able to reform my. It was all that power, and then they formed it into the arm. They helped. It was. I was going to be consumed
yeah.
by.
Wait, what?
And then-
Consumed?
If I recall correctly, the power, all that royal jelly was going to be too much for Petravian to handle, and then the arm was replacing basically the severed arm as a.
It's all Mellifera as far as I know, right?
Last I remember, it needed a little bit of help from the gardener.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I
It was-
mean.
No, Skrewy's arm,
Alright.
or Petravian's arm, if I recall, was turning into like an abomination kind of arm. Is that
yeah,
right?
What?
yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
And then eventually, the
Well-
gardener did something to help, and the course was turned eventually into this nice amber arm.
Yeah.
I
Because
took it as only
Petravian-
Mellifera's help. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, it was too much energy, so something happened because it was
Um,
consuming Petravian. Whatever it was.
You don't want to try
Yeah.
and suck down that much royal honey at once.
why
So-
not?
Hey,
But-
you can't take 3 shots of honey all at once.
Yeah, you got to space them
Probably
out.
can.
I definitely could.
You just check.
But I think-
well,
I thought Petravian's answer was correct.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it
thought
Seemed
so.
like it was
doesn't-
correct.
that's not really where Lovette's response was stemming from. Just
oh, okay.
So this
okay.
is Edenite magic.
Edenite. It would be Edenite
And
and
Maleficent.
Maleficent magic.
I don't. Okay, fuck. Why does this resonate?
Well, hold on. So, well, no, that wouldn't work either because this was also modified by Eden and Maleficent magic as well. Fuck.
Well, if it
Dude,
doesn't
he has
resonate
his
with-
hammer out too. So,
I mean,
it's like
that's definitely not what it does because when I ran some tests, it has a resonance. It has its own sort of vibration, and the other crystals respond to it. It wouldn't make sense for it to be Edenite because then they'd be going ballistic because there's animals and shit everywhere. So, that if it doesn't respond to Eden, it is a response to Mellifera, or it
Hmm.
responds to you.
Wonder.
I'm kind of past
So-
at this point. Seems pretty straightforward.
Petravian will go over to some of these crystals that are still strewn about. Trying to think of a way to try to connect through them with basically try to connect to the crystals through Maleficera.
Okay.
Trying to see one of the things that
The
Go ahead.
like little shards that are on the ground.
yeah. Trying to figure out what it wouldn't be a skill check.
Just give me a
Um,
20.
Okay.
Money.
I can Venmo. And we're gonna do that. There we go. But it.
Okay. So, describe to me what your Petravian's attempting to do, like really how he's feeling this out first.
He's trying to see if these shards respond to Maleficent magic or influence. Like they start, to see if there's, if they react to a strong, presence of Maleficent.
Sure. So, when you touch the crystals, nothing really happens. And you kind of start willing and pulling and, in a weird sense, almost praying while you're going through this motion of
Mm-hmm.
just seeing if anything will really happen, to be honest.
Yeah.
And while you're working through this, could the rest of the party give me perception checks?
Yes.
Happily.
I'm ready to fail a roll.
But you know, at least you tried.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Oh
nat
my
20.
God.
For
Double nat
49.
20s. 44. That's a fist bump to.
I rolled.
Which-
I rolled. Hey, I rolled.
Where are you?
Your 17
You're over
above
was
a
very
10.
beautiful.
God damn.
Yes, I rolled a
God damn,
17.
Karis.
17 was
damn.
wonderful, Lovette. I got
Ah, that's hysterical.
I got a 57.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Bastard. Well done.
Feel bad.
Die and eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
Check out these goggles. They really help with my vision.
Got a 57 off a non-nat 20.
Beardy,
my
come
God.
back, you bitch. Anyways,
Are they reaching for their bag of dicks?
No, they have to be dead
It's,
first.
it's
do you
always in-
want the explanation? All
Yes.
right. So, while Petravian's reaching forward, he's not actually getting a connection, it seems. But what you all see is his arm, especially, very slightly gave off a glow. And not just the part that was originally Melliferain, but also the new part, which is also that which hungers his energy in there. So, whatever it is, there is some sort of resonation. But Petravian can't seem to tap into it mentally or anything like that. But something's happening, it's just, you don't know what it is. Maybe the shards are too small, maybe it's just not the right thing. Something weird.
Well, that didn't really work.
What didn't work?
I was trying to get the stuff to do something.
Descriptive.
The stuff
Well,
to do
yeah, I
something.
know. I'm not necessarily make it dance or do a jig, but I was hoping to make it, I don't know, glow or hum or
The stuff
point us in the right direction.
The crystals?
Mm.
Well, you do these.
I'll take like a spare bolt and tap your arm.
Although it's a little hard to get that much of the crystal to work, just ever so slightly, there's just one single pulse that you kind of see on these little shards. It's really quick.
I
But-
explained this to you. It is vibration based. It is like you are not listening. But I will. It only does a little bit because it's just a bolt. It's not that resonant. But I will devise something harmonic, like a tuning fork, and then it should actually be very responsive.
I don't think I was at the I don't think I was in earshot, but when the larger one said something, that was only Karis.
I believe that was
and...
Karis and Kurla were the only ones who knew
Yes.
Koth, but they did tell everyone.
Okay,
It's true.
well, I don't think we have much else to go on here, except for that town in Proto.
Cause yes, we need to hurry. This is what I've been saying.
No offense, but I did get a map from the centaurs.
Oh,
Well,
Nice
not really a
What's that
map,
be
more like
offensive?
they described it to me and then I drew it the best I could. No promises on that end. But
Hey, better than now. That's good thinking.
Oh,
it'll get us most of the way there.
Oh no, it's
that's not
absolutely
in
beautiful.
Proto as far as I could tell from their description.
Really?
I was
cause
going to say, is Kath part of
No,
Crota
yeah.
in this world?
No,
Because
it's-
I always
it's
thought
an
that it was, the
Oxidor,
jungle.
but-
Right.
yeah, it's south of
Continent?
Kota.
Do you know where you grew up, Petravian?
Well, it's a. I thought that's just kind of a protein thing. They think that everything.
They
is
think
protein.
everything's Proto.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
a
that's
little-
I mean,
fucked.
well, mostly a good portion of it was at the time.
I hear
some
it's
point.
like a big deal in Kodre. It's like they cannot agree if it's Proto or not.
In any case, do we have any thoughts on how we're going to get there? Because if we're,
I
on
was just
foot,
gonna try to teleport.
Oh, all right. That,
You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
how
Is
it got
that-
us here.
Fair point, yeah. Can you go that far?
Yeah. Again, if anyone falls out of the wings, not my fault.
Well, okay, hold.
Oh.
That sounds risky. Is there any margin of error?
Does it hurt?
Margin
No,
of error.
no, it's just I'm
You
not.
don't like being in that form, I get it.
It's not that. That's just something that happened with my magic a while ago. Some sort of bloodline shit. I don't know.
If you don't want to do it, I can teleport everyone his way.
No, it's okay. It's just I don't use magic that much anymore because I don't really think I deserve to. Anyways, let's just huddle up here. And they'll kind of just start moving everyone close together. Here we go. All right, that should be close enough. Just gives the stank eye to Petravian. Anyways,
not out of character. Fuck you too.
Anyways, and with a deep breath, looking at that pseudo map that they checked and drew down, just in case. They seem a little nervous. And then they look at Lovette and then just reach their hand down to hold hers.
I'll grab your hand.
If we end up in a weird spot, you cover, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
can jump us somewhere with no mouth in the van.
I know. I trust you. I
You
just
got
don't.
this.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
The odds are statistically with you anyway.
Okay. Let's go. And
Is this going to make our hair?
you suddenly feel this like burst of energy, like almost pressing you in together as these feathered wings kind of wrap around everyone, and it's almost as if you all squeeze out of existence, and suddenly it's almost like you unravel for a moment, and then the wings part, and you see around you many trees. The humidity is vastly different from where you were in the Red Plains. It's a lot hotter.
Ooh.
And you arrive in the jungles of Koth. Now, probably most of you don't fully know that, but based on the temperature, trees, it's a guess. It's a guess. And the rays of daylight are just yielding around the trees. You see little glimpses of sunlight peeking through little openings in between the trees up above that are large and massive all around. It's like a strobe light when you try to walk around, though, because there's just little bits every time that just get in your eyes. You're just like, fuck.
Hate it.
Let's do it, good son.
Oh, it is hot here and bright and sticky and
There
Yeah, it's
is a cacophonous sound of insects and animals all around you. Some that you've never heard before, but oddly, there's a song to it. And Lyeecia, could you give me a straight 20? Or
straight
gay
20?
20, like whatever one
Yeah,
you
can-
want.
We'll go
can
with
it
gate
be
20.
a queer 20, please? Please?
What?
What's a 13?
With the sound of the insects, kind of based on the things that you've learned through your life at the estates too, there's something sort of symphonic about it. It's creating a song in your head as you listen to it. Maybe not a complete one, but there's something there that if you wanted to follow it, you could probably make a new song that made this energy that caused just in general some sort of unique sound that no one from where you grew up with would have really had.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as Lyeecia starts hearing this, she'll put her violent chin and start just trying to replicate what she's hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Just it not only just in like to recreate it, but to kind of like process it through her mind so she can think about it more clearly.
Yeah, of course.
Very cool.
oh yeah, backing track. That's perfect. This is so great. It's like those adventure books.
But I need to hear this.
You're
Let her
right.
cook.
Let's get into the atmosphere.
Well, this is...
Let me cook, please.
I'm like Henry McGuffin himself.
Do you want me to do a performance check or something to try to replicate?
Yes, please give me strings.
Dead show.
Very dead.
Bet.
Bet?
So dead.
Pour one out.
Strings, you say?
Yes.
Come on. That's a 47.
Hey, good God.
So,
Oh, only a 47?
as you're sort of listening to the sounds of the insects and animals and the way the trees sway and what little wind can get through the ebbs and flows between the trunks and trees, you create a harmonious tone with the world around you, causing almost a hush in that very element that you're playing along with, until it comes back in a resonating sound, almost as if it's trying to play along with you. You've created your own new piece in just that moment.
Wow.
Awesome.
And I have a special thing for you that we will get to in combat.
Okay.
Nice.
So, you're kind of existing in this space. There's not really one way or another that you're really sure where to go yet. There's sound, but you don't hear any battle yet. So, does anyone know where we actually are? Because I'm just hoping that we got this.
I mean,
I can
it
find
seems
out.
like a jungle, so I would say we're probably in a jungle.
I actually have
the
no
jungle of
idea
Koth.
if there's any
Could
other
Could I
jungles
use a
in our
knowledge
world.
local? For,
Yeah, I don't really know
Sure.
I mean,
Give
I
it
don't
to
have
me.
any ranks in it, but it would be, it's, I don't know how many ranks
Just
in it,
give
but
it
it's
to
like,
me. I already
you
said
got
give
it.
it to me. Give it to my Bible. Oh. What was the number? What was the number?
The number was 6. Ooh, plus
No,
1,
it was a 7.
That was
We-
7.
Don't make our viewers do math. Just give us the number.
7. I didn't travel in this area.
Like, I can check the. Does anyone know any landmarks I could be looking for?
Nope.
Can I see if I,
Sure. You're well studied.
geography?
Geography.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 28.
Yeah. You're not sure where you are currently, but you're pretty sure this is Koth. But
Okay.
you need to see something to really figure out where we are in the jungle.
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna start
I'm-
Archie's timer and set him down,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna fly directly up so that I'm to past the tree line and look around it, see if I can get see any landmarks.
You
Please tell me this is geography and not perception.
we'll do geography. But I will say that while you're flying up, there are some animals that either skitter away or look irritated at your presence, and you have been bitten by several bugs.
Ah!
Insects.
Leave me alone!
But yes, you make your way up there.
Hey, he's a 31. That was actually pretty decent.
So, what you can kind of see a little farther off, it's kind of hard to miss. There is this huge structure that comes to almost a point ahead of you, and you can see bodies moving. It's a little far away. It's definitely north from where you're at, though. So, hopefully you could get information from the people there, or maybe if you're lucky, you'll meet up with whoever that general guy was in the Repletti.
And I pull out my crossbow, look through my scope, see if I can see any people. I'm guessing this is perception.
Yeah, it would be. I'm
Oh.
so sorry, but you definitely
Oh, no.
tell there are people moving.
Does she get a bonus because she has a skill?
Yeah, we're gonna give you a +5 bonus.
Alright, so that's a 16 instead
Yeah.
of 11.
Bless.
Okay. You can't really tell the bodies or anything, but there's a lot of movement in the very least.
You know when you use a telescope for the first time in a long time, and like you have to line up your eye, and you're just not ready for that, and you're like spend like a full minute just like, oh, I fucking. It's just like
No,
shit,
but
they
now
moved.
I do.
I was going to say, are you looking through the right end of it?
Yeah,
or do you
yeah.
have it
Is
sort of
it the
pointed
other
to-
way?
Yeah,
on
well, no,
accident?
like sometimes you'll like look through it and it's like, why is it so small? And then I'll be like, I can't see a fucking thing. And then all of a sudden, I'll move it a little bit and it'll be like, boom. I'm like, oh, I wasn't really looking through the lens. I was looking off the wall of the side of it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, there's the kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ooh.
And I'm like, man, I knew I should not come to the fucking planetarium while I was tripping on acid.
Never a
So-
good idea.
Actually, sounds like a good idea.
You definitely know it's north from at least your positioning up in the sky. However, there is a giant maze of trees, and you can't even really see a path because the treetops are so dense up above. So it's no small task to get to that structure. However, you can do it. It's just going to take some time.
Fuck, we moved. Alright, well, I guess that's something for us to go off of.
Drop down. Very cautious. Do I have any spells to protect from bugs? You know,
You have fire.
I already know that I
Fire
don't.
always seems to work.
I don't know if we
we've-
should start a fire in a jungle.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Jungle is fine.
All right, start the fire.
In a wet
We did set
jungle.
fire.
Yeah, it was always
Hot
burning.
jungle.
Yeah, but it's wet. It's
You're
wet
wet.
and sticky.
You're wet and sticky.
Oh
You want to keep digging your hole?
my.
Why not?
Anyways. Anything that you have to...
No,
okay.
if I had anything, then all of our battle royales, I would have something to deal with Vera, and I don't have a fucking oscillator this time, so I just have to take the bug bites.
C'est la vie, mon chouchou. Anyways.
No.
I'll just on her way down, Lovette is flailing her arms. You're going.
So, you head down, and Archie has opened up by the time you get there. And he gives a little wave.
Give him a little high five on my way down.
But
He
it feels
seems
like a
happy, even though he can't smile.
Oh, good. Because things are probably gonna get tough.
So there's like a structure, and I see some people with. It might be who we're chasing.
All right, that's a better lead than anything.
That's all I really got. I tried to get a better look at them, and they moved before I could line up my scope.
Okay. Well,
It's going to take some time to get through all of this. I'm shocked that my ancestors ever made it through. Look at this density. It's a lot of trees.
I mean, I guess
I
if
know.
you've lived here your whole life, maybe you just like know. Like
We're
druids
like
kind of
really
know weird
adventurous.
shit, right? Like they're able to use those circles. So
Fair
Oh
point.
yeah.
maybe it's just something you feel instead of using your eyes or something. I don't know. This is my first time here, okay? I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt, you know?
I mean, maybe we should try it now.
That's true. I mean, maybe they just memorize the whole forest. That seems like
Maybe
a lot.
eventually, yeah. Yeah, but it's their whole life, right? Like, what if they've got nothing else to really have to memorize? It's not like they're going to school.
Whoa, we don't know what orcs
Kind of.
do, okay?
I'm not saying no. The nomadic orcs that were traveling through they're spending their lives traveling through the forest. Probably didn't have time for a formal education system. This is not
I
a
mean-
value judgment.
I was taught a lot about this place by my village, all of which was utter bullshit. I'm quite
Oh,
certain. So I know
that's-
jack about this place.
That's not as helpful.
Well, I knew it was called Cath, but that's about as much help as I can be.
Well,
But it's
What
quite
if you
fun.
were to, Lovette? What if you struck your tuning fork
It's not
thingy?
made yet.
They don't have a
Oh,
tuning for
Not
cats
made
tonight.
yet. Sorry.
It's gonna take another fucking night, bitch.
Does he?
So-
Is this a thing? Who knew him? Does he do this? Well, did I like?
I knew
well,
him.
Say I'm gonna make a thing, and then he just thought it was done.
He's just
Yeah,
not a
you-
very good active listener.
Yeah, no, I still have to make it.
So should we get on the move? Then
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
mentioned
definitely.
we probably should, because they're
If I
really
can-
fast.
Who knows how
If I
much
can
time they
find-
had. What's up, Lyeecia?
If I can see more like a landmark or something, I'm sure I could kind of figure out where we are.
Lovette said,
I can call you up, though.
Can you?
Yeah.
I'm not the best with heights.
Well, I'll have a good clip.
And I look at Liana.
I just give a thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah, well, we can do that.
Archie will catch you if you fall.
All right, so I'm gonna flip the switch to summon Ophelia, and the mech comes down. I hop in that, and I'll pick you up,
Okay.
grabs you all 4 arms, and then fly back up into the air.
Alrighty.
Titan unlock.
Give me a
Yes.
perception check for now.
Perception?
Yeah.
You got it. That's a 47.
That fucking was a 47. So
God damn.
you see the structure before you. You've read this in books before. Easy as can be. That's a monocotyl. The central point of the jungle of Koth. Jungles? Jungle. Jungle.
Jungle.
Dundle.
So you recognize it right away. It would be silly if you didn't recognize it.
Embarrassing, really.
Really, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I and how close are we to this location, or is it quite far
So-
away?
You kind of look back a little and you can kind of see part. Oh, I'm gonna try my best here. Part of a cocoa. A cocoatl. A cocoatl, I think is how you say it. I want to fucking
Coca-Cola.
data.
Coca-Cola.
Coca
Yeah.
Cabana. I don't fucking know. You see that, but that one's definitely farther away, so you can tell you're at least closer to a monocotyl.
And how is that pronounced? Amona Coddle?
A monocotyl, I think.
A monocotyl
Beardy.
and Coquel.
Yeah.
How is this pronounced?
How's it pronounced? So it's
Ammunicoddle, like ammunition.
yeah. So it's named after Ammon, their god.
Okay.
Ammunakatl.
A moonocotyl.
Ammunakatl.
Amunakata.
Can't explain.
What a wonderful
I'm trying
phrase.
my best here, okay?
Yeah.
Ammunakatl.
Amun is the god that the orcs like a
The
lot.
sun
Mhm.
god.
Okay, and I'm patting Lovette. We can go down now. We can go down.
You're definitely
we
also
go down?
getting bitten by insects the higher up you are in the tree line.
Ugh.
Well, it's quite a view, isn't it?
I use
It's a lot nicer with the air conditioning.
prestidigitation to create a lemon scent to
Very
hopefully stop,
nice. Creative.
some of them.
Very nice.
That's what I like
cast
to hear.
DEET and Picaridin. They're bug sprays.
So do you guys make
Yep.
your way back down?
Yes.
So,
Alright.
how was the tree line?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, sorry. I was not
It was very, very high, but
All right, and Lyeecia is going to use prestidigitation to kind of make this magical-looking map, in a way, just as a reference
Okay.
or quick points. And she's basically going to point in the middle. Hey, this is Mudakatl. I saw it right over there, and she'll point in the direction
Okay.
that they saw it. So that means, and
Just
she'll
trees.
she'll make this kind of like makeshift map, like I was saying,
Mhm.
and just showing the points of where each like major location would be that she can remember from her maps.
Okay. Well, that's a better lead than before. So,
Mm-hmm.
is anyone good at like going through forests or anything? I mean, I guess this is a jungle.
I have an idea there, but I'm not sure you're gonna like it.
No idea, like, verbalization is bad. Unless you're like planning to like really like off someone, maybe, unless it's me.
No, it doesn't involve hurting anyone. It's just neither you nor Lady Lyeecia are big fans of arachnids, I know, and
Mm.
I can get some to help. I can get.
I can
quite-
teleport us down.
I can get a. Alright, that works too.
Sure, if you want to. You saw
mean,
it,
if-
so that should be good.
Yeah, I did see it.
You're never gonna meet my friend, but that's alright.
Sorry. You
Are
ready?
you a friend?
It's more. It's complicated. You'll meet him later, I'm sure. Maybe when those two aren't looking, because they'll get freaked out, I think.
I'm not going.
He's a big spider, you know.
Cool.
But you don't have to meet him now because teleportation, because Lovette's just that good.
I mean, I can too.
I'm
I just
not-
didn't see it. So.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like show you up on anything. I just know it's fast and I don't want to.
It's much faster. You know, if the sooner we get out of this and away from some of these bugs, the better. So
Honestly,
whichever
like-
of you thinks that it.
I'm so sweaty right now.
Yeah, I
me
shouldn't have
too.
worn black. Bad color.
Yeah, same.
So yeah. If you can get us there faster, by all means, please do. I take no offense at it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I kind of in the same boat. Alright, so,
I'll pull out a greater teleport pad.
Mhm.
so you want to stand out there? Your hair might get poofy for a little while.
It's
It's
already
normal.
poofy from the humidity.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
but that's probably going to agitate him more, but
Great.
Well,
alright.
worth it.
All right.
We'll step up onto it.
How does this
Nobody's
thing work?
like afraid of lightning, are they?
I mean, no, but like, we're not gonna get
Oh, there's gonna-
electrocuted, are we?
Bam.
There's gonna be lightning.
and then the bolt comes down, shocks the center of the pad, and we all teleport away.
Kurla, you
Fucking
feel
loud.
invigorated from this. You also
was
get
that?
some. Kurla feels invigorated from this. You will also get something special in the next combat.
Thank you. But yeah, that lightning. Oh. Ah.
You feel it like it's hard to say like a battery, but you definitely feel like charged up, but like almost like you've got a really great back massage. Like you feel relaxed. That was a great electric shock right there.
Just at the other end, like,
Whoa, no one's ever responded like that before. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fantastic. It reminds me of a good day that I had once.
My hair's standing on
Okay.
end.
Yeah,
Can we do
sorry
that
about
again at some point? Because that was just that.
It's
felt
kind
nice.
of expensive. I mean, like maybe.
Oh, it's all
It's
right.
actually-
But, are you open to critique?
With caveats.
Only maybe hand out earplugs.
Wow. He really doesn't like your work, huh?
I thought it was lovely.
It's critique.
I mean, it doesn't compare to like elven magic, but
It was
Oh,
100% precise. What are you talking
No,
about?
Liana, let me help you with. And
Oh,
Lyeecia is going to prestidigitate your hair, and is also
Ah.
going to, after that, prestidigitate a fan so she can try and make you a little bit less warm.
Well,
I'm gonna use my single daily prestidigitation to make a little comb bot come out of my gauntlet and comb my own hair.
Fine, I see how it is.
I'm just gonna rock the buzzed hair.
Yeah.
But
The beard
I mean,
is all
like
I'm
with
actually-
the amount of
Beard is out.
hair that Kurla has, technically.
Yeah, I feel like they got full afro right now.
It's kind of interesting. Your hair, just because it has like the heritage of orcs, it doesn't like
The
fully
heritage.
like frizz out or anything. It reacted more to the electricity than it has to the humidity. So you don't
Sure.
have as bad of a reaction, but it's definitely like almost this billowy feel to it. Maybe just a bit more I don't even want to say super modelly. Like someone put a fan through your hair, but it kind of like stayed out a bit. And that's just all electricity from that.
Kurla's feeling good right now.
Good.
So as the high from the moment of violet wand exposure passes, they will Can I do a perception check to kind of look around once they've blinked off their moment of euphoria?
Sure. So, kind of in the midst of all of you kind of being like, oh, cool, you sort of realize there's something going on. You're at the footsteps of this giant stone structure that has 4 sides and kind of stairs leading up. And at the very top, you see a crystal structure being set into the monument of whatever it is. You see the Repleti up there.
Oh.
Could everyone make a perception check? A Petravian check.
Petravian.
A Petravian check.
A Petravian
Everyone
check.
check for Petravian.
Everyone check him right now.
Body check. Alright,
Oh
that is
boy,
a
I'm excited.
41 from Kurla.
I'm waiting until everyone else is rolling.
That's a 38.
Go.
20.
What's up?
It's a 20 for Petravian.
I got higher than someone. Oh my
21,
god!
I can't even check myself.
It's 25.
I'm gonna wreck myself, unfortunately.
What was Karis's?
51.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
50 fucking one on an 8.
And what was the base for that?
Plus
it was an 8.
43?
A 51 from an 8. I fucking love it.
I'm sorry.
God.
No, seriously, it's glorious.
Are you?
I feel bad, all right?
Okay, you feel bad.
That's
Okay,
great.
that's fine.
No.
But don't be
I've
sorry
just been
because it is
spending weeks learning about how Beardy hates power gamers. But you know, it's fine if it's me.
Look, I'll fail the
No,
check.
it's too late.
I will waive it.
You can't fail the check.
You literally can't.
The lowest you can get is a 44.
Unless I choose to fail.
No, I can't see anything.
It's either that or
Willfully.
you just don't fucking roll. If you don't want to do a check, you don't roll. How's that? But it's too late. You already were fucking looking.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
You already saw Petravian.
You already saw him. You already perceived that bitch.
Saw
You already checked him.
all of Petravian.
He is not glowing like you guys.
Technically-
Do you guys want to hear this?
Sorry. Go for it.
Petravian is not glowing like you saw him in the Red Plains.
Okay.
Do I see this with the 25?
Yes, because of
Okay.
your knowledge from the crystals that you researched the night previously.
All right.
It actually seems very odd to you.
Yeah, what's going on? You should be resonating right now.
Unless it's different here
Okay.
for some reason.
Yeah, unless is there multiple generals? I mean, I guess that would be normal depending on the scale of the invasion.
Can everyone make a
I'm
reflex
sorry?
save?
Aye.
Oh, good. That's great.
Holy
There's a
shit.
I
32
felt really good
from
about my
Kurla.
30 until all these other ones showed up.
Hey.
No, this is great.
A 44.
Okay. So
wait,
all
did
of you
I-
are fine. However,
32.
you almost feel like the air change for a moment, and most of you just step back, and suddenly you see an orc's body splat on the step that you're in, and then keep rolling down the structure.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
screams.
Oh fuck!
Do we see where it came from?
The top.
That is just a waste of good meat.
I think we need to go up there quickly.
You are definitely close to the base of this structure, and you realize as you look around, there's not a lot of orcs around. You expected there to be, but then you listen, and you hear the sound of battle from up above. Now, that's a lot of stairs, nonetheless, but there's things happening, and as much as the joy of electricity and just little things that have been happening, you're suddenly realizing it's already taking place, whatever it is.
Because
Let's
they're
go.
going. Like everyone, Lyeecia, yo, shit,
We're gonna charge.
your
Petravian's
hair's
gonna
on fire.
charge up.
What?
Just
All right.
a little bit at the end now. Yeah. Just no. Hold still. I've got you.
Yeah, Karis is going to shift into a dire bat and begin flying up.
Soul themselves bursts forth these teal wings and follows after.
As I'm
my
running
heels
up,
on my speedy flying boots and follow after.
Did you grab
I'm gonna
Lyeecia then?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not this
Archibald
time.
will hold out a hand for Lyeecia.
On the way up, Petravian's gonna cast Greater Magic Weapon on his thing, just to make sure.
Sure.
Kurla will cast that same spell as before, and all the strands of silken thread will cover them, and then the Drider form will burst forth and start. What does one
Hey.
do? Skittering up.
Skitter sounds good. 8 legs will help you get up there pretty fast.
More like
Petravian,
Oh, yeah.
could you give
That's-
me a
that's-
strength check?
Oh
Or maybe
yeah.
a climb check, whichever one you prefer.
Let's see.
It's a lot of
Petravian-
steps.
It's a lot of fucking steps. We're gonna just do a strength check, cause, yeah, we'll do a strength check.
Find a positive
15?
fortitude. Okay.
You know what? You get a little winded halfway through, but you make it. You're getting
Hey,
there.
I'm an old man. I made it up the
are-
things.
Such an old man.
My knees aren't hurting. It's great. It's
No,
fine.
your knees are fine. It's just like you get a little winded, you know? Like your
Yeah.
body,
Way it goes.
doing good.
Not bad for a 190-year-old or whatever you are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of steps too. That's like not a.
I think he's like 180 or something. 180 or 70, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's old enough.
Tomato,
That's
tomato.
football drills. That's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Mind you, he's used to having a chisel to ride into battle, and that's not a thing anymore.
By all means, summon Chisel. I want to
Yeah.
see how that
No.
goes.
yeah,
No,
Skagsteed him.
no.
It'll be great, guys.
No,
Yeah.
no, I am
Someone
not.
chisel on a
I
staircase, it'll
promised.
be awesome.
I promised I would not bring him.
Okay. But the mental image of him, if you summoning a mount to like catch up with everybody and going significantly slower because of it is so funny.
But it's also so on brand. It's so on brand.
Really.
No, I promised I would not do this to him.
We're not saying do it. We're just imagining the joy of it.
Yep. Pretty
That
much.
poor
Just
creature.
robots and fucking people like dragons and shit flying around the background, swords clashing, and then the foreground we just have Chisel.
Just this withered elk. You can see every one of its ribs. It's got
Yeah.
knock knees and it's just trying to
And
go
just
up
Every
stairs.
step takes like 2 full seconds. Just click, 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 click.
We're also gonna do Iron Skin on the way up.
Oh, also as for Lyeecia, how's the 1,000-yard stare as walking past this like bloodied step or whatever, the tinnitus ringing, gonna go over to Archie and accept the hand.
Oh.
And he just gingerly picks you up, and he like goes to pat your shoulder to
Like
try
hugging.
to.
It's like hugging the arm.
He makes a noise at you, but of course you do not understand it, and he starts trotting up
No,
the
buddy,
steps.
that's not valid. It's Lyeecia is your name.
He makes a couple of buzz noises in apology.
Buzz,
It's
buzz,
okay.
motherfucker. Sorry.
I would love though if I did call him for some like one last battle. He has like a surge of adrenaline and turns it goes back to the way he was. Part of me wants to, but he's not gonna do that to that poor thing.
No, your choice.
Well, not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
do
you
it.
Chisel. How was
Don't, Beardy, don't do that to me. Don't.
I'm just sitting here.
He's
Don't worry
not the
about me.
DM.
I'm
Don't
not
look at
running
him.
the
Look at
show.
me.
Don't look at I'm
I
not the
think you
captain
should-
here.
I think you should give him a final farewell and let him go and live with his spiritual ghosty family business. But that's up
Fine.
to
In
you.
the last battle, we might. We'll see.
The last battle, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's fitting, right?
A noble death is a. Yeah. All right, I'm not going to go there.
Go off to
Treasure that no man
Elk
is too poor to
Valhalla.
buy.
Anyways, you all slowly make your way. Slow and fast. There's varied paces here. But
I'll get there last.
there's sort of different sections or plateaus on this stone structure. And as you're moving forward, you see orcs fighting the Repleti.
How's
Everyone-
that going?
Well, there's a lot of orc bodies on the bottom.
So not great.
Not great.
Not
Same
great
as
for
the
orcs.
centaurs.
About
Okay.
the same as the centaurs.
Yeah.
However, I mean, you know, some of them seem to be doing fine. Oh, but they just got stabbed. Like every time you're like, oh, hey, you know, maybe not.
Oh,
And then you're
Are-
definitely all going up and being like, oh, okay.
I want to help you out, but the best thing for me to do is to go that way.
You want to go home?
You're going to ask something, Em?
Yes. Are all of the bodies down at the base now of the pyramid temple, or are there some littered around within arm's
some.
distance?
What an
There
interesting
are some
question.
within arms-ish different days nuts.
Do it.
What a concerning question.
Do it.
Highly.
There are some still on the plateau. Of course, like some kind of get like unceremoniously kicked off. Unfortunately, it's very brutal. Honestly, there's no respect for the dead in this battle.
If you don't, I will.
Well, I didn't think that it would. I'll exchange a glance from my horrific sort of set of eyes. I'll give a quick look over to Karis.
I'm a bat.
And then. Oh, okay.
I'm a
well,
bat.
well, I'm a fucking great big spider, so this is
We're
it
awesome.
works, right?
Horrifying. Who
Um,
would win, a spider or a bat?
I'm going to extend out. I'm going to rear back onto my 2 legs and extend out my other 6. Do I have that right for a spider? 8 legs.
There it is.
No. Yeah.
8 legs. Yeah. So if
Yeah.
they rear back onto the 2, they've got 6 left to reach out and touch shit.
Reach out and touch face.
Right. So if there are 6 bodies within touching distance,
Oh yeah, we'll say 6.
excellent, because upon touching them, this.
You kind of have to like twist or
Yeah.
undulate your
They're-
body a little bit to touch them all, but you know,
And maybe not all simultaneously, but they'll
you
sort
get
of move.
there. You get there.
They'll get
eventually.
there. They're doing their sort
It
of
looks
spider yoga.
horrifying for everyone else, might I add.
Spider yoga, touching all these bodies, but as they do, this pulse of sort of electric bolts of red and black will shoot forth from their horrible hairy limbs as they cast, as they
Cast it.
as they cast animate dead.
Yeah, you did it.
Oh no! What? Why did you act like that was such a issue?
Because I've never cast a necromancy spell before.
Oh, I mean, you've healed
Oh,
before. That's
come
practically
on.
old
Arm
school
is necromancy,
necromancy.
isn't it?
I have never casted a necromantic spell of this type before. I have never reanimated the dead. I've brought the dead back to life, but that's a different thing. Anyway,
Meat puppets, meat puppets, meat
yes.
puppets.
So I now have 6 meat puppets? Maybe?
So these are orc zombies, pretty much.
Cool.
That's pretty
Um,
cool.
Yes, and they pretty much, you can kind of see their body undulate as they move back into place and slowly stand up. The Repleti that are around them kind of freeze because they were about to go towards another orc, and they just sort of turn, unsure what the fuck is happening. And
Horrific smile on my spidery face.
they are awaiting your orders.
I have them engage with the Repleti that slew them. I will just have them all converge on whatever Repleti is nearest to them.
All right, they pick up their weapons once more and begin to fight, as if their undead lives depended on it.
Thank you.
Do you keep going up?
Horrifying.
Oh yeah.
All right. And you all keep diverging onto the central point, the dais of this structure. I think that's the right word. I'm going to pretend it's the right word. Dais?
Dais.
Dais.
No, dice is not wrong pronunciation. You're right. Dice is correct.
Oh, okay.
That's yeah. That was be
Yeah.
dais.
Either one, I
I've heard it
believe, is
both ways.
correct.
I've heard it
Oh,
both ways.
I have
too.
not heard it the other way. Okay, neat. Learn something new.
I thought you were telling me I was just using the wrong word. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no, you were
no,
using
I
the right
know.
word. I just thought the pronunciation was dais, but I didn't know dais was an acceptable pronunciation too.
I don't
It's
know.
all on-
I'm not an
it's all on the
English
roll of the
major.
dice.
I'm an
Yeah,
art
my-
major.
I've never heard dais. I've heard that as being a completely different word.
Ooh, rock me, sorry.
Ha!
So we've got the
Asmodeus.
6 zombies now covering our 6. 6 covering our 6. What do we see as we converge on the dais?
So,
Exciting.
the scene before you at the top is chaotic. They're Kothan orcs, fierce in their appearance, battling the Repleti invaders with wild determination. Those who use magic, those who can use their physical strength. They are fighting so powerfully and determined. They fight as if they do not think they will live, which in a sense almost makes their fight even more elegant in a wild, untamed way. They are beautiful in their own fierceness.
Nice.
And-
Orcs.
They are defending their territory against these Repleti. And the Repleti are working to establish another mysterious device at the center of this structure, center top. But you realize when you get there, their general is absent. The larger being that was there in the Red Plains is nowhere to be seen. There's still a structure being put in place, but he's not there. There are plenty gleaming with their crystalline suits turn their attention to your arrival, and the air crackles with tension as their energy resonates. But with the absence of the general, Petravians does not.
Mm.
Guys, I think this might have been a... Oh, fuck. I think this might have been a diversion.
Shit.
Hmm.
And that is where we will start combat. So if everyone could roll d20s, could I get the tracker in the chat for me, Beardy, after it's done?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Roll your d20s, bitches!
Initiative incoming. Let's
Ooh.
see.
Well, that was a 5.
12.
Oh, are we not rolling with her initiative mods?
I was just gonna do whatever number.
I thought we were just gonna add them manually.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
I was just gonna read it off at the end that way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't care.
No worries.
I
I will
just-
get started here.
then I guess that's a 13 then, if we're just reading, if we're adding initiative to our bear roll.
Sure. We've got a 13. What's Lovette at?
11.
11. Lyeecia?
Currently at a 13.
22?
Lovette 11.
22.
Lyeecia, what was it again?
22, I believe.
Thank you.
And Petravian?
I just did a straight
I know.
d20 of 14.
Plus, what's your initiative?
Oh,
It's towards the bottom right.
sorry, 15 then.
You only
You
have a plus one to
one on your
initiative?
initiative?
That's
Uh-huh.
amazing.
Huh.
As a paladin?
I guess.
Good stuff.
Why was my initiative so high?
I don't know. Beardy made these all for you guys. He definitely
Bill.
doesn't make broken characters or anything.
I mean, I could just.
Could I have done some stuff on the way up that I didn't want to interrupt for?
Please tell me what you wanted to do.
I wanted to bust out Ophelia again.
Yeah.
And that at least
How
I
many
figured.
uses of that? You already did one. I just
I
don't-
did one. I get 20 minutes, 21 minute long uses, so
You're good. Okay.
probably not going to be relevant.
All right.
Can I do one other thing to...
Yeah, tell me what you want to do,
Yeah.
please.
As Kurla gets to the top of the pyramid, the dais,
Yeah.
A thread of spider silk is going to start just appearing from nowhere, really, from up in the sky. And it will drop down to the ground beside them. And this is all just fluff because it's not actually how the character works, but screw it, I'm doing it anyway. A large spider, a large hunting spider, is going to crawl down this thread out of thin air and land beside Kurla.
Hell yeah.
And this is their familiar. This is their spider friend to whom they wish to introduce you. So may I please roll initiative for my
please.
dead show?
Uh,
Oh, well, that is a 2, but they have an initiative of 10, so that's a 12 for my spider friend.
All right.
Should I roll for
And-
Archie or should I just have him after me?
Archie will just go right after you.
And what did Liana get?
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll add that in
Oh, okay. I was just getting the list
as we
together.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Keni.
Mhm.
I've been
Uh,
waiting to bring them out.
Lyeecia, did you have anything before you reached the dais?
Nope. Just hugging Archie's arm as.
He's trying to comfort you, but all you hear is
Oh, yeah, for sure.
he's trying so hard and telling you it's going to be okay. Like, he's being very sweet, to be honest, but only Lovette.
It's okay, Vera. What's wrong? You're usually really tough. What's going on?
Miss Lyeecia. Lyeecia. I apologize. This is very difficult. You look so much like
Verecia.
her. Verecia.
Yeah. I love her.
Oh, I've missed Archie so much.
So, you are at the top, and Karis goes first.
Okay. I will flap around and see how many enemies are we dealing with here?
You've got about 5 at the top, but there are many others that are still fighting at the other.
Okay.
Um,
5 in our vicinity.
yeah, 5 in your vicinity that were
Okay.
currently setting that crystal down. There is one that's specifically tending to it, but 4 are currently ready to fisticuffs.
Okay. Having very little self-preservation, Karis is going to try to fly over top of the one working on the crystal,
Okay.
and then shift back into her normal form and try to land on top of that enemy, like one sword out, like trying to stab down, trying to do like a death from above attack.
Okay, cool.
Damn.
Let's go.
Gotta love them death from above attacks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give me the
Okay.
rolls.
You got it.
So
it's just
many
gonna-
rolls.
No, it's a single attack.
Okay.
It's not. Yeah, just a single
Girl,
attack.
I don't know
Not-
if you have magical flying kick or anything like that. Like,
No, nothing that crazy. So I assume it's move action to get there and then dropping on top of it with an attack. So
Okay.
I'm going to double check something. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. That is a 49 to hit.
okay. You hit.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
Are they susceptible to cold damage?
They are not.
Okay. Would this be considered a sneak attack?
No, they were aware of you when you
Okay.
all appeared.
Perfect. Okay.
It-
In that case,
Well, to be honest, it kind of looked like they were prepared for you appearing in general.
yeah, seems like it may have been a bit of a trap. Okay. Well, in that case, 52.
All right. So you see this being kind of jut forward as you kind of try to stab into their armor. And when you do, you see the crystal structure acting a little bit differently than the last time when you faced them.
Hmm.
And it almost seems like it's trying to grab your blade until you pull it away.
Ooh. Okay. Don't like that.
For a moment, it kind of looks like they roll their shoulders back. It looks a little odd because of the crystalline armor,
Mhm.
but definitely the gesture is kind of like, huh. They move their head back just ever so slightly and then turn back to what they're focusing on.
You got it.
Lyeecia, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So we're all coming in from the same direction, correct? And are all of
Yeah,
these...
you were all from the same step, pretty much, direction.
Right, are all of these Repleti like in the center of this
So
structure?
this kind of platform is pretty much square shaped right now.
Okay.
there's sort of 3 kind of at the steps where you all just came up at. There's one at the center putting in the crystal to the stone structure, and then there's one that's a little farther back, but it looks like he's on his way to come and get y'all.
Did you say there was a group of 3?
Yeah, group of 3 that's like right near the steps that you're all at.
Is
Like,
it
say,
within-
horizontal?
Is it within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
Wonderful. In that case, Lacey kind of shakes herself out of her little stupor and is going to notice these Replutti, and she's going to once again try to fine-tune her violin frequency, and is going to utilize a greater shout.
Okay.
To
Sorry, that was
Hit
like
all
really
four-
pitchy.
That's okay.
And this is going to affect all 3 of them. And since they're made of crystal, they're still made of crystal. So,
Correct.
correct? It's going to be 20d6.
Good gracious.
So
All right,
let's
roll it.
roll it. I would just click 20 times. And roll. That is 20d20.
Yeah, I don't.
If only.
I
Damn.
appreciate your gumption. Now,
Well,
if
that's
you wouldn't mind,
238 damage
To each of them.
to each.
To each. I saw
I
that and I was
win?
like, oh yes, but
yeah,
then I-
could you roll the actual?
That's going to be
Do
75.
I
That's
win?
not
That's still
bad.
pretty damn good.
Still
That's
not.
actually a
Still
great
pretty
roll.
good.
Okay, they all fail their rolls. So, yeah. Roll the dice, baby. So, they all take your damage. However, unlike before, where you felt like it was just a lot before, they still seem like they're taking a lot of damage from this, but there's almost this ripple effect. Like the crystals are almost reforming after your attack. Something is going on, even though it is still effective. It just seems different. You recognize that it looks different, even though you may not know how to explain that to everyone.
Hey, that's not fair.
Oh, baby girl.
Oh, bless.
Also, they all failed their save.
They
Is that
did.
correct? So
Correct.
they will be stunned for 1 round and deafened for.
All right, roll that 4d6, please. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a
Ooh.
lot of
They're
ones.
the Xeno rolls I've come to know and love.
Yay!
I was wondering where that 75 came from.
The output of that is 1 2 1 1.
Honestly, really cool. I was, I love you,
That's
baby
really-
cakes.
Really good.
That's
you know?
really good. I've never
just wish
seen
that
that
I
many
had
ones
one
in a
less.
row.
But
Could
yeah,
have made a world record.
Rolled a 5 on 4 dice. That's insane.
It's fine. You've been rolling great, to be honest, overall.
Yeah.
So you're good. One bad roll ain't nothing.
and so after that, Vera's going to continue holding on to Archie.
Well, normally there would be
Who is-
2.
Sorry. Also, can I put up a not exactly a held action, but kind of, if Archie starts going towards like people, Vera or Lacey will get off.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
Yeah.
they will not do that.
Not a problem.
All right, so that's happening.
Not an issue. Not an issue. This is for thematics. All good. All right. So with that, normally 2 of the crystal people that were in front of you would have attacked, but they can't. They be stunned, bitch. So you kind of see this juddering structure of 2 of them that looked like they were ready to go at you guys, but they just can't move for some reason.
Rip.
Petravian, it's your turn.
Sweet. How close would I be to the 2 to the 2 or 3 that are working on the main thing? I'd like to double move to get to there.
Okay, there's-
Do I need to use a?
There are 3 Replutti in front of you. You guys are on the stairs right now. There
Okay.
are 3 in the way, and there is 1 at the center putting in the structure, and there's one that's a little farther away.
I'm gonna cast Grace to get past them.
Okay.
To go to get the Repletti that's putting up the center structure.
So they are stunned. You don't.
Okay.
have
Oh, right.
to.
Okay.
I'm
No,
just-
I didn't know.
I'm just
They're all
letting
stunned.
you
Oh,
know
okay.
you can't full attack these guys.
Oh no, I was running past them.
Okay, so you want to get to near where Karis is at the center.
Correct.
So yeah,
I don't need to use the Grace.
You don't
then.
need to use Grace.
Nope.
You just
Okay.
refund that for yourself,
So,
okay?
Then in that
you don't
case,
have to say grace.
Yeah.
But we always take Grace before we eat.
In that case, I am going to use, since it's a swift action to do it, I am going to use Swarm Keeper on myself to give me a DR 10.
Okay.
Since on the way as I'm running over there.
Is that Swift? Is that what is
Swift.
that?
Yep.
Swift.
Swift.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. And that will get, and that, I don't know how close that'll get me to the one that's there.
You'll get to there.
Yay.
So you get to
So-
the center Repletti, who is very focused on the crystal that he is working
Hi.
on. Doesn't even react.
Well, that's no fun.
They're serious about their jobs, thank you. Anyways, what do you want to do though?
Well, pretty much all my action economy is done. I could just say, could you not?
You see the
He
crystal
stops.
just barely
Sorry,
move its head.
Joking.
Like it gave you a side eye. Oh, it's still working.
What, not even a diplomacy check?
No, I'm gonna do an intimidation check if I can do that.
Sure.
Bless.
Let's see.
Go for it. But you have to tell me how you intimidate.
29, baby.
Okay.
Damn. That's fucking good.
18 to 20 plus 11.
Inferior being, we wish that you would stop your ridiculous actions. You should realize by now that you came here at much more of a cost.
Oh shit.
And he keeps working.
This bitch.
It is his turn, however,
Okay.
and he is going to continue working on the device, this crystal.
To his detriment.
It starts to glow.
Oh, good.
So, whatever he's doing, it's working? You still don't know the full math of all this.
Sounds
Nonetheless, we are going to Kurla's turn.
How far is Kurla from the dais? Within skittering distance, I
You
would
are
assume.
within skittering distance, correct. You have 3
Okay.
stunned ones in front of you.
Kurla
and then
will
there's one
skitter
further
around
back.
them.
Okay.
And then up towards the dais.
All right.
In time, I would think to hear some of what they just said to Petravian.
Yes.
And red and black lightning will sort of flash behind their eyes as they think about the implications of this, that perhaps the Repletti are attacking somewhere else, given that this does seem like it was a trap. And some delightful, delicious anger will well up inside them at the thought of where they might be attacking. And they will cast a spell, and a sort of cocoon of red and black light will surround this Repletti, and hopefully do some damage
Okay.
as they cast Implosion.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah,
All
Kurla
right.
didn't come to fuck around.
They have
Death
saved.
it is.
However, what happens if they do save? Is it a half or is it just partial?
Fortitude negates, so
Oh, negates. Okay.
perhaps it does absolutely fuck all.
So you see this cocooning energy go across the crystal, and almost in reaction to your spell, you see it almost reforming at each moment of these strands digging into the crystal. It's coming back stronger.
Hmm.
And you see the Repletti tilts its head almost. More curious about whatever that was.
Kurla will glare with however many eyes a spider has.
So many. 8.
Lots of them. All right, and that will be my turn.
Okay, then it's up to your Spidey friend.
My Spidey friend.
Spidey friend.
Where are the Repletti in relation to Lovette? Are there any non-stunned ones anywhere near Lovette?
No.
Okay. In that case, Spider friend is going to skitter towards Kurla.
Okay.
And will just try and
Just kind of
bite
walking
this guy.
on the Repletti that are frozen, just using their
Yeah,
bodies almost
disgustingly,
as a
just
way to
up
move around.
and around and over them. Yep.
And
'cause they can do that.
obediently turns to your side.
Yes, because it's a very good spider friend,
Whatever
and it will
you ask.
it will launch itself at this Repletti and try very hard to bite the damn thing's head off.
All right, give me those rolls.
So that is just a standard bite attack, I believe.
Okay.
And I must roll that privately for reasons.
Okay.
Single attack.
It does not hit.
Darn.
But oh no, it wouldn't affect that. Never mind. I apologize. But you probably have a better luck now that you are in that zone, auto zone.
No problem. May I ask folks to make a quick perception check? Anyone
Yeah.
who is in earshot?
Go for it. Everyone, I think, other than like maybe Lyeecia and Lovette.
Alright.
Yeah, Lyeecia and Lovette, you can't, but everyone else can. So Karis, Petravian.
Sure. That is a 20. No, that's 26 for Petravian.
Okay.
47 for Karis.
Of course.
Awesome.
Love you, Karis.
I mean, your choice on the DC.
No. Y'all pass on that, and that will kind of affect. That perception will hold up for like the duration of combat, and I'll let you know what you've perceived later
got
on.
it.
If that's...
Oh,
Anyway, let's
yay.
continue with the fighting.
All right. Then we are going to go to Soliana or Liana, whatever we want to do. Staying close by the 3 that are up front, they pull down this bright light from the sky. When they do so, there's almost a hush from the orcs as they are fighting. Just some sort of acknowledgement to the kind of spell it is. And bringing it forth, these bolts of light come down onto the 3 Repletti that are in front of the group. Well, used to be in front of the group. I guess everyone just kind of like moved around and give a shit. They're like, oh, thanks,
Most of the group.
Lyeecia. You,
Yeah.
thanks, bro. Don't have to worry about this. And just move over. And they get hit with this attack, and they're shuddering in their armor, but even with them being unable to move and just getting hit by this, it's definite even for all of you. Their armor is changing, reacting to every time you hit them, adapting.
Hmm.
There you go.
This is concerning.
All right. Lovette.
All right, so I am gonna fly somewhat forward so that I'm like above these. I get within what is like 60 feet with that guy who's working on the big crystal that's glowing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna point Ophelia's arm out, and a little dart is going to fly out,
Okay.
and I am going to attempt to banish him.
All right.
Nice.
So that is a DC 25 will save.
He does save.
Kick its ass.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, then following me, Archie is going to set Lyeecia down, land in front of these stunned ones, and grab one of them
Okay.
and throw it like a spear at the big fucking crystal.
Okay. Can you just give me a CM?
CMB?
Mhm.
Yeah, baby.
It
I'd
does
be
not help
happy
that
to.
B and D sound the same, so I always forget which fucking letter
It's
it is.
bonus and defense, yeah.
I understand, like, if we said it out loud,
Mhm.
you know.
Hey, how about we rename them for future
Spice?
projects?
I would love
Yeah,
that.
Let's do that.
Mhm.
Like, fuck letters that sound the same and look the same.
Exactly.
I was
Well, I
seeing-
noticed 6 there, but it was a 37.
Oh, no, you have it. Don't
Okay.
you worry. They're stunned, and what the fuck? So,
Yeah.
so Archie just kind of plucks one up,
Just like spear tosses it.
and you know, it makes a good distance until it plummets quite heavily onto the stairs, where it keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. It kind of makes beautiful, like, wind chiming noises, though, oddly
Well, he's not
enough.
trying to throw him down. He's trying to throw him up at the big crystal and try to
Oh, okay,
break
so
it
it's not
with
like
the
a
guy.
really big crystal at the center. It's a much smaller crystal, and then other crystals are kind of up around it. So which,
All right. Well, whichever
what are you aiming
one
for?
looks important.
okay, definitely the center one. It's a lot smaller. It's the one that the main Repletti that everyone is attacking is working on.
Yeah, that one.
So he kind of chucks him over, and give me a second. Okay, so the Repletti that is working on the crystal moves his arm, and almost this like shield-like larger arm structure appears on his armor, and he moves and bats his ally away.
Yep.
However, it does knock him off the structure.
All right. Cool.
And we do still get the chime noises.
Yeah.
Like a xylophone going down the stairs.
Ooh, that was a good note.
It's like, yay, pretty noises. Keep doing that, Archie.
I'm so glad you approve. I'm trying my best.
You're kicking ass.
He gives you a thumbs up. And the very last Repletti that is still on here, the one that was farther back than everyone else, rushes at... Let me roll for it. Rushes at Karis. Stupid move.
Rushes towards the blender.
And will
Jumps
attempt...
inside the blender.
I'm so worried for Karis.
Okay. Does a 44 hit?
A 44 does hit me, yes.
It does. Okay.
Yes.
He comes at you with almost... Now you've seen the Repletti kind of make, like, sword-like appendages on their arms. This one's a bit longer. It almost makes, like, a spear. It has a bit more
Okay.
distance away from you. So
Gotcha.
you can kind of see that's where the confidence comes from. Like, there's some
Okay.
distance in between the two of you, but he's
Excellent.
still aiming at you.
Okay.
And you will take 52 damage.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the attack both magic and silver?
No.
Okay. All right, I have taken damage.
Get him,
Alright.
Karis.
Yeah, kick his ass.
It is in fact
Get him.
Karis'
Break him.
turn. So, shall you?
Okay.
Evisceration.
Yeah, so the one that just struck me,
Mhm.
I will turn toward it.
Yeah.
And I am going to use... Yeah, I'm going to use my ability to basically give up my first attack of a full attack.
Yeah.
In order to basically make that into a feint. So 2-weapon feint. So the first shot isn't actually an attack, it's just a feint check.
Mhm.
Everything else is an attack.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to turn on sneak attack for this one. And here we go. I was terrified when I hit this button.
Just
I'm
hit
gonna
it.
hit public. I'm gonna hit public. That way everybody can see it. Enjoy, everybody. Here you go.
Mm.
Thinking.
So I guess my first question is, does a 42
Nope.
overcome their CMD?
Oh, CMD, yes.
Okay, cool. Then everything else is going to be considered a sneak attack.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. So 41?
Nope.
50 confirm 46?
Yes.
Okay, so that's one critical hit. 38 miss, 32 miss, 32 miss, 28 miss, 47 confirm 35?
47 hits. It does not confirm.
Okay, 31 miss, and then 37 threat, which is going to miss, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So let me just double check some stuff here, because I need to see if I got a main hand and an offhand hit. I did. Okay, so that is also going to trigger rend. Okay, so first thing it's going to deal, we'll start with the rend damage. So 15, just flat damage from that. All right, so then it is for the first shot, it's 50. Oh, sorry, scratch that 50. For the first shot, it is critical of 95.
Okay.
That's my first hit. My second hit is a 48, and I believe that was it. Just those two hit, right? Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yes.
So just those two hit. Yep. So critical for 95, and then a hit for 48, and then the 15 rend damage.
right.
Oh, also a burst of 10 damage extra cold on the critical hit, because I have their icy burst.
The
weapons.
cold will not affect them.
Okay. Oh, in that case, remove. Sorry, if the cold does not
Don't
affect
do
them, remove
Don't
7 damage.
do it.
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyways, could you
What
describe
I do wrong?
It's not
No,
you.
that wasn't you.
Oh, okay.
It's
Can
me
you-
being bad. I'm sorry.
Describe what this looks like, please.
Sure. So, Karis turns toward this person that just tried to stab them, or just did stab them, and she is going to turn, and with her 2 rapiers, she is going to try to stab. Now, this time around, her shots are wild and unfocused, because she was kind of taken by surprise by this assailant, and her first couple shots only managed to get the thing off balance a little bit. But then she manages to find a really nice opening with one shot, and manages to stick it in a vulnerable spot on this creature. What would be an appropriate vulnerable space?
You know, I mean, guts, neck,
Okay, we'll go for neck.
groin.
So tries to nick the neck of the creature, because it's usually a pretty thin spot in armor. And
you
then,
can definitely see its body kind of move back, kind of
Mhm.
alerted by that. You know, instinctively, if anything's lunging at your neck,
Oh yeah.
you kind
for
of
sure.
jolt back as best you can, but he does
Mhm.
not make it in time for you to make quite the nick
Yeah,
into his
so-
armor.
Nice good shot onto the neck, and then a few more misses to keep it off balance, and then one more decent shot in its side for a little bit of appreciable damage. But other than that, not a whole lot of connecting hits.
Yeah, just really a lot of damage nonetheless. Don't you worry, darling. You'll be just fine. All right. And with that, that is Karis's turn, unless you have any like swift actions you can do.
I think that's enough. I don't need to spit in the eye of God here, so I'm done.
Thank you for not spitting in my eyes. Oh my god, that's so
You're
kind
welcome.
of you.
You're welcome.
Lyeecia,
Me again.
it is you.
Did Deanna go?
Yeah, they went before Lovette.
Yeah, they won.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, since these guys are now deafened, I can't really do my death song.
Yeah, just the 3 in front are. You still have the 2 in the back.
Death Song, the one we've all been trying to kill and failing.
True. You know what? Actually, you know what? I am
They
going
shouldn't
to
have adapted
try...
to it because it fucked up last time.
What are you trying to do?
Can I get within 30 feet of the main person who's like working
Absolutely.
on the... Right. Yeah, I'm gonna just go past the still currently stunned Repletes,
For now.
and I'm going to start up a performance. So, and this time I'm going to start off in a way that kind of includes what I was hearing in the forest as well,
Mhm.
just because that's what's on her mind at the moment is that tune. And I'm going to start a bardic performance
Okay.
as a deadly performance.
Perfect. What are you aiming at?
I am playing for the main Repleti.
Okay. So, can you roll me a straight d20 first?
Yes.
A gay d20, a bisexual d20, perhaps even
A trans
pansexual.
D20,
A
please.
trans?
15.
Yay. Thank you.
So, you know how that song really inspired you?
Yeah.
Can you describe to me how this Repleti dies immediately?
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in that case, so typically when Lyeecia is doing a deadly performance, I like to think of it's kind of the like crescendo in a musical where like they're
Mhm.
hitting the high notes and stuff. It's that consistent like buildup of like, oh, you're going to get to this point, you're going to get to this point, and kind of like the I don't know. Does this thing have a heart?
I don't know. Does it?
Oh, does it?
Literally or
I was
metaphorically?
asking you.
I mean, their bodies just disintegrate every time like their armor gets opened up, so you would
They
not
get
know.
Thanos snapped.
Right. Well, in that case, what you would see is that they would start contorting,
Mm-hmm.
kind of strangely, kind of Silent Hill-esque, and it would just come to a fervor where it was just this seizing motion until it just stops and they just drop dead in their during the spot.
Okay. All right. So this crystal armor crumples over, and this is kind of the first time that they've really died without their armor breaking, per se.
Wow.
So you can still kind of vaguely see the person's body, the Repleti's body, in the crystal armor, but they are no longer moving. And that's what a good song can do, baby.
Yeah. Put them to sleep.
However, the structure at the center is still glowing, and it is in fact the two Repletis' turn that were stunned earlier. So suddenly, just out of nowhere, they had to like not even witness this because they weren't even facing the dais' like center, right? So they turn around, and the person who was setting the structure in is just dead.
Nice.
And the rest of the Repleti go to charge at you. But that is where we will end tonight's session, with the continuation of this fight.
May
What's
I do
up?
one thing?
One thing? Tell me.
Well, the folks who made the perception check and passed it, which is, I guess, mainly Petravian, because you will have heard when Kurla called their spider friend to their side and was urging it on in battle, you would have heard them say, "Right, come on, Duru, you've got this."
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
And that is a perfect place to end tonight's show. We will see you all next week, I believe, unless other things happen. But we will tell you on the Czech Republic Discord if otherwise. Okay, I love you guys.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pitchler for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.